one, if your characters have an assumption that I don't know about, I can't do anything for it, right? That's not something I can help. So I don't know it.
We
But
said that out loud
You mean
multiple
like when we
times.
assumed the king was in Waterdeep kind of thing?
I don't, yeah, yes, I never remember that. But that's
I
like,
like I said, we assumed it. I
well,
Yeah.
don't.
because
No, it's on us.
because
Yeah.
when I was thinking about that, why would the king have someone there to rule in his name if he was there?
Well, maybe
And
he's just a paranoid hermit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking more. Doesn't he would not he basically turned control over him because he does kind of like Theoden.
I mean, sure, sure.
That's how I envisioned it.
Yeah, that's fair
But
enough.
if
But
I hear
it's
something,
fine.
if I hear something
Come here.
where your characters would know,
I was annoyed
I'm
at the
gonna tell
time,
you
but it's fine.
because you guys would have known. Oh, the king's obviously not here, and we don't know where the king is.
Yeah. No, we were. I think we referenced several times. We'll just head over to the king's house, like the castle, like he's in there.
Over his crib and shit.
Yeah. We're just gonna barge in there like we're fucking Gandalf, motherfucker.
No, I don't need to do that. You go away.
And I just realized that all this shit was muted. So anyway,
So you cut your video and muted yourself pretty
I thought
quickly.
you just froze.
so if you guys are making assumptions about a character, about their intentions, then obviously I'm not going to say anything because fuck you each individually and as a unit.
Well, yeah.
Right. But if you guys are making assumptions that your characters would know something, if I hear about it, I'll just tell you OOC and just be like, oh, by the way, you guys know this, obviously.
Yeah.
The next thing, like you guys would know that these houses that like you might not have heard of some of these houses, but you know that none of them are in the city. Like there's not just like the lady of this over here or the lord of this house and family over here, right?
Right.
So that brings up talking about what is my video? Travel. We talked.
I assume we can walk. Is that wrong?
That's okay. That's
Our
okay.
characters are ambulatory.
Correct. What
Good
is this
start.
now? This is
What's awesome is you're in this sweet pose with like maybe a pretzel in your hand, and you're just like,
really?
yeah, it's
That's cool. All right. Let's see. Well,
John. As you know, I start most games by rolling my big giant dice. First die, natural 1.
Nice.
Yes.
Like always.
Austin has left me sweet. We won. We won the D&D.
We did. Austin, or Adam, can you tell me how that dice roll is different from every other one of your dice rolls?
Well, hang on. Let me test something real quick. That one was a 6.
So on a D20.
Yeah, in the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. How do I turn?
I mean, the damage was good.
How do
Good
I
damage.
turn off these fucking digital dice? Austin, you can keep talking. I'm just fucking.
the other thing I wanted to have everyone think about is something that I mean, there are definitely standards for these things in the game, and as a DM, you know, obviously I can do whatever I want with a lot of things. But I do want to talk about travel and like in general, we don't do encumbrances. We don't do how much you have to carry. We don't do it takes an hour a day to forage for food or anything like that because unless you have to roll for something, those are just assumed kind of stuff, right? It only takes so many hours of light rest to count for a full night's rest. So
Yeah. Well, if you want
that's
to
all
role play that you gather a big ass meal for the
right. But
group with a survival check, go ahead.
that would have to be there'd be like reasons why that stuff's happening, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to get across to you guys, and I wanted to ask you guys a little bit. We haven't gone over too much about where everyone's been before they got here. Um, do we want to play it like you guys would have been certain? Oh man, I love this map so much. This is so cool.
Uh-huh.
Like where, like star mounts. That's where the high forest. That's where Hunter's from, right?
The High Forest, yes.
How long were you there?
That's. I'm looking at my notes real quick. I'm sorry.
His age minus the length of this adventure.
I was originally from Southwood, which is just a little bit further south. The extra little green patch.
This is just
Yeah.
below the
Okay.
belt buckle.
Yeah, I lived there for about 5-6 years, and then the rest of the time I lived in the High Forest till now.
So how much traveling have you done? So from the high forest to Southwood to Waterdeep. That's pretty
Not-
much.
I stick to the forest.
Yeah. So this okay. So you haven't traveled much around anywhere else, right?
No.
All right. Adam, Annette. Tell me about
Okay.
Annette.
Okay, I finally got my dice thing situated. Annette is she is from Baldur's Gate, which is much lower. Isn't that what I said? Yeah, Baldur's Gate, way down there. And then I forgot my fucking backstory. I want to say, Dad got sick, died, set up mom's chill, and then she went up to Waterdeep and has been ever since. So, and I would assume that there was a bit of maybe commercial fishing done on her part as well. Other than that, I mean, there to here, and then that's about it. She has
Oh,
not lived a very adventurous lifestyle.
Did you need backstory as well?
Hmm?
Austin, did you want some backstory too? Or was it-
No, not too much. That's
Okay.
really what I mean. Other than what you guys already sent, really, like so Baldur's Gate. There's the King's Road right here, and then you probably went through, uh, you know, Dragon Spear Castle area, and then over here to Waterdeep. So that's most of your traveling, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if you're talking to me. My dog was sneezing on me. It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, she went straight north. I don't have a map up, but I can see
No,
yours a bit.
yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm not. I'm not. We're not going to try and retrace your steps.
Right.
but
No. Just
you've
north.
been to you grew up and lived in Baldur's Gate, and then you
Right.
traveled to Waterdeep, and that's where you've been.
Yep.
She's
Nailed
grown
it.
up on the Sword Coast, basically.
Yep.
Lived in
Right.
2 cities.
Yep.
And
That's it.
what about you, Tux? What is Tux? What's his
Tux
backstory like?
Tux has been from all over because, like, his last 10, 15 years with the Wizard, he was an adventurer. So he took him all sorts of places. I wouldn't necessarily know all of them. I think that'd be for you to say maybe a history check. Maybe I've been there. That's your decision.
Yeah,
But
we'll
I would
stick
say
with
he's been all over, and he was originally from that Wizards College, and that's really up for you to put wherever you want.
I love it.
I thought of it like in a remote location off on
Yeah.
its own, and it got attacked by giants.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you where you want to put it.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm all over that. I love it.
He does not remember that yet. I don't know if we've had a long rest for him to have. I think he may or may not have had that dream yet, but
So
we haven't done it yet.
with all of that, I want to go over some assumptions. Assumptions are important because assumptions also equal expectations in a lot of ways, right? So
Sometimes.
outside water, like I want to give you guys the impression that Waterdeep is one of the safer places you guys have ever been. When you're in the walls, like there are things that you hear about. It's kind of like in your home, you hear of fires, right? Like there's fires, there's explosions. You see fire engines going down. You every now and then you might see something like, oh, there's looks like some shit's on fire over there in the distance. That's what it's like in Waterdeep of either beasts attacking, of uh, just wild shit getting into the gates, right? Like the guards are on top of that shit, and it's traditionally a very safe place. It's also, like I said before, it's one of the only places in the area that never got infiltrated or attacked or run over by zombies. And even this last time, like a full frontal of force that you guys now know went way over what was supposed to happen. They still only didn't even get a block in because the guard got in there really quick. So it's somewhat of a nationalist, militarist town, but as long as you play by the rules, knowing they don't give a fuck, right? Because there's enough to be going on with, and that's why like the rules are very strict here, like you guys have noticed. But if you guys are also on the right side, then you can pretty much go and do whatever the fuck you want because on their team, right? But you guys would know traveling is extremely dangerous in the area, just in general, not just like bandits, outlaws, warring nations, political rivalries, getting in the middle of stuff. But there's also the traditional just beasts. Like you're traveling around Africa, right? Like it's wild, and there could just be shit anywhere. And like here, we have news and shit, right? Like, well, there you have no idea. There could be a fucking army on the other side of that little hill. Uh, why is it there? You can't check Twitter, obviously, right? So that's where one of the things I like the most about the travel features, a part of the rules, is that if you go a little slower, you can have really high stealth checks and really high passive perception because you can say we are going slow and we are being very careful. And if we see, and that would like, well, I hear that. Of, I would tell you, you guys possibly see some smoke or some dust or something from the road ahead. It looks like there's something coming, and then you guys would potentially have time to get off the road and see what's going on. So traveling is as dangerous as the city is safe. So that's
Cool.
the
I dig.
that's how babies are made, and you got to be real careful if you fuck around
Yeah,
because
right.
if you fuck around without some protection, I mean that's how new characters get made, right?
We got Tux. He's protection.
Yeah,
He's gonna
and
fuck
having
some shit up.
and having the history, and you guys are with the more encounters. I expect you guys to level up a little faster with some things, but I don't expect you guys to leave the city this time or necessarily next time. Uh, but you obviously could. You guys were right about to roll, and I was gonna roll with you. If you guys were like, "Hey, we're going down. Where's the king? All right, we're hightailing down there." I would that'd have been totally fine, obviously, right? But you guys have a little bit of an expectation of the road is somewhat safe because it's somewhat patrolled in areas that are rural, because that's part of the whole point of I own land, so I have to
You
protect
said
it.
ruled as in like owned and civilized ish or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
like yeah, if this is no man's land, then it's no man's land,
Sure.
and the road just happens to be a road, right?
No,
Think of
that's
think of the highways where this highway is maintained by the
right. No, I
whatever.
get you. I just wanted to make
So
sure I heard you
the
right.
more rural, the more dangerous.
Absolutely. And
Gotcha.
if you're on the King's Road and you're going from Waterdeep to Daggerford and you're traveling during the day, you're probably okay.
Right.
Probably, but there could also be some shit going on that you don't know about in the area
You could
if
get
you don't
attacked while you're
know.
resting.
Right. So there's shit. So, but if you guys start to get out of Sword Coast, or you guys start to get into some of the other places, or woods you've never been in, just because you're an elf doesn't mean shit, right? Because you're not our elf. I mean, you might be, but we don't know. We don't. Zero trust is the mentality
It,
that
de- it would depend on that society. Each
absolutely, and
community
you don't
would be
know,
individually different.
right? So
Where?
that's sort of the world that we're in. Generally, there's like it. I think the one caveat would be since the zombie war, obviously, there's fewer humanoids that are doing shit because there's less of them and there's so much stuff around that you don't have to go and rob peasants to get stuff. You can probably just go around and find some empty stuff for the past like 50 or 60 years.
What the?
You could just, I know, right? Isn't that's crazy, right? Adam?
No, I'm sorry. I was looking at stuff on the map. I'm listening, but like, why did I think that Waterdeep was north of Phandalin and Neverwinter?
Because
Yeah, no, it's way south.
Yeah, I'm
because
dumb.
because you're a dummy.
Yep, nailed it.
You're a
Anyway, continue.
Yeah,
dumb dummy.
you know
Right. So, and
shit.
I'll give you guys some of these reminders, and then I'll kind of say, if you guys ask what my character, or if you guys are going someplace that's like extremely dangerous, and you don't know, then you don't fucking know. But if your characters would know, obviously, I'm going to remind you of those things. Now, zooming back into right now, this moment that you guys are in. The expectation was you have until Friday. You guys are Wednesday night creeping up on Thursday morning, right? You guys
Yep.
had until Friday, but Minister Avi told Tux, if you guys get there early, you'll impress her. So you have that in your heads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two, if you guys have a walk back to the gates, right? And no one's really expecting you. No one really knows you're out. So you guys have some time to sort of get a story right there, right? Um, Other than, I mean, like there was the one look that the captain gave to Varys. He got some side eye, but it was like some subtle elf side eye that the elves definitely would have caught, but would have known like, wow, that's a lot of for someone in her status to be given eye like someone like that. That must have been a reaction. Um, that's all I can think of.
Okay.
But I just wanted to kind of zoom out a little bit and talk about the world a little bit to know it's not that safe. But you guys are you guys are on the verge of becoming rock stars and
Yeah.
being able to wreck shit
So
and
let's
take
rock
hits.
and roll.
And yeah, for sure. So all of that. Now I'm going to go take a shit real quick because I have to take a shit. I apologize. I'm
Me
sorry.
cue up my shit sound set.
Nothing I can do about that. However, I'm going to do two things. One, I'm not going to take you with me. You're welcome.
Aw, boo.
I wanted to come with. I wanted to remember Tank.
And two, I would like to I would like to encourage you guys to take this as an opportunity to talk amongst yourselves, get a plan, and then when I come back, I can be the guard or not the guard, well, it is a guard, but you guys don't know that yet. The Well, it's a Queen's Guard. You guys, they wouldn't be. I mean, he would tell you that. And it was pretty obvious that he's a Queen's Guard, right? Because he's gonna sacrifice his life for her. You guys can talk to him, but you guys can just talk about some of what the plans, this new information you have. The Queen has
The dude's
accepted
name
your
was
offer.
was Torin, right?
That's
What?
the guard. That's our sacrificial lamb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
Torin.
Torin, right?
Yeah.
The goal is to try not to sacrifice him.
well.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it. Yeah. Go shit, Austin. We can figure this out.
So right. Uh,
I have fart noises going on for
the
you.
queen said, well, you guys offered essentially like, we're keeping your shit. We don't care because we don't fucking know you. And two, this is their only leverage. And three, if you, what's your plan anyways? And then you guys were like, well, give us a list and we'll go talk to them.
Because they need
So,
they can't even enact their own plan. So, fuck.
well, I mean, no, it was a good point, and it's something
Yeah.
that she hadn't considered because she was so like hyper focused on getting the stuff back. But now at least she knows that stuff's not in the enemy's hands. At least she doesn't know you guys, but she doesn't know that you are 100% against her and our enemies who already had it. So it's kind of like it can't be any worse than my enemy already having this information.
We seem willing to possibly work with her. We're hesitant.
Yeah, for sure. So talk amongst yourselves while I go take a pooper.
Those fart noises got gross quickly. Holy shit. Syrinscape is acting a fool. Also.
Um, so, we any other ideas for the plan? Like, Annette, do you want to come up with a story for us? Because you're kind of our talker. Do we want to see if we can say Varys bullshits his way through it and roll a die? Unless you want to take that opportunity to do it.
I mean, so I like the plan we have. Oh my god. Stop farting in my ears.
But we still have to talk to the captain. I think we're going to end up having to do a persuasion.
I was about to say, what exactly?
Story.
What exactly did we come up with?
Well, so here's what the plan, so to speak, is, right? We're gonna bring this guy back. He's going to, cop to the explosion, but with the under the guise of what am I gonna say? Of like he's becoming a rat for more
he's
for
willing
favor.
to turn state's evidence, basically.
Right. He's turned into a snitch. And hopefully that saves him, right?
He has information that can help them. And hopefully we'll give them misleading information, essentially.
Right. So I think I like that still, right? Agreed? Like
yes.
Yeah.
But I think we have to so the story we're going with is we track them down and there's evidence that they were the leaders. Basically. Right. And we killed them and he's still alive.
And yeah, he is he's turning snitch. We figured it out. We tell him who he's working for.
He can basically say those men are just hired help.
Right. We had Oh, no. The story is that they were part of a band of rogue pirates, right? Like they weren't working under orders from her, right?
That's right.
And
it's pirates.
And we had her draft some kind of letter saying, please, like, don't start shit, right? Like orders to not start shit, basically. So like, to kind of keep her innocent, or at least her hands clean as that will allow them to be. And then after that, I think the plan was just try and go and to these houses and curry favor, right?
Yep.
And then as far as if Austin doesn't have a plan, as far as like writing Scotty out for today, like it could just be as simple as he went to try and talk to his boy again. I mean, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Or he just comes with us and stays quiet.
I mean, and that's fine. Like, I think that's totally fine. We just ignore him.
And if
he's in
we get backed
mode.
in the corner, maybe we see if we can call for a check.
Yeah, I mean, if we all fail horribly.
Can Varys talk our way out of this? That's his job.
You know what Austin might like? We have him roll a d4, and that's how many possible Varys assistances we get for the day.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, we got his character sheet, so it's...
Yeah. How often can we say, "Hey,
Right back.
can Varys help us here
Right.
and talk our way out of
This
this?"
guy needs to be persuaded. He's real good at it.
Yeah,
I'll get his sheet up just in case.
we're not gonna role play him because I
No.
don't like that at all. That's not right.
Nope.
But definitely, I think letting him still help us is cool.
Right.
Like, no, Varys fucking.
It's
We were
just
in
a
a
dice.
jam like 6 times, and Varys fucking got us out of it because he's good at talking.
Right. I've been clicking around this map to find good spots for Tux to
It's our
be
new tool.
from.
Varys bullshits his way out of it.
That's a dwarven kingdom. What the fuck's out here? None of this shit has goddamn info with it, and I'm not trying to look up other shit. Let's only do it. There's actually a really dope island that's like way to the southeast. That's like I was gonna send it to you, and it's like basically like tiny Australia, where they just sent prisoners and shit. It's called the Isle of Presper, and I didn't know
Interesting.
if you wanted to belong to a shitty wizard. um,
Is that your next campaign you're thinking of doing?
no,
Is the
I was just
okay.
looking at places for Tux to be from that he doesn't currently
Oh,
remember.
I see what you're saying.
There was the only site of interest was on this island, on the smaller of the two islands, was the Tower of Stars, created and used by Yornhast Kingslayer, an exiled royal wizard of Cormyr.
Are these the isles down across from Waterdeep?
No, they're southeast. Here I can show you.
Let me see.
Allow.
Is it on the big world map?
There. So, can you see my screen?
Wait, I need to go back to Google. I will be able to. Okay.
Okay. So here we are.
Okay.
Waterdeep's here. This thing is over here. In the middle of the Sea of Fallen Stars, and it's called the Isle of Prespeer, and it's got. I found on the wiki for 5e, our Forgotten Realms wiki, all this stuff. But yeah, like I said, I was just like, and fucking don't pick shit based on me. I'm just throwing.
No. I'm actually kind of like in this mountain range in the far southern corner, southeastern corner.
What's this for?
Because I kind of envisioned it being at like the foothills of a mountain. So maybe this, like, what is that called? What on the far southeastern part?
Orseron Mountains.
Let me see.
Or the Afroon Mountains.
It's taking me a second to get there. Yeah, the
Snowflake Mountains.
Orseron. Yeah, the Orseron, I guess. So I was thinking maybe from like this Termish area.
Yeah, no, cool. I mean, I was like I said, I was just throwing shit at you that had stories with it already. So
yeah. No, I do like that idea.
And this one had
I always kind of envisioned him like in
wizard
mountains off in the far corner,
dude.
And he was probably up in here. He might have even been up in like the Gulfmere with those Kenku when he got caught.
So that wizard I mentioned, his teacher was called Thandarahast. That's a badass name.
That is. We need to come up with more badass names like that.
His uncle is Amidahast. Not as cool.
Tank had the most badass character name ever and didn't want to get called by it.
Which one? Vikathy?
No, Shazin Zamdrog.
Oh, right. It was very orcish.
It was fucking
At
orc
least,
like
That's cool.
caster too.
at least Zamdrog was.
Yeah, I liked it because it felt like an orc wizard.
Yeah, which they don't have a ton of.
No, and he was a sorcerer, but he was a very learned sorcerer. So,
Right.
but yeah, I think of him from originally like down near there.
Hey, what was the locations you guys were scouting for?
I was just throwing shit at John
Backstory
for
stuff.
places where his wizard that made him might be from.
Yeah, the where the wizard school that I originally served as a translation unit, because he was a much smaller original build, but um he was a much smaller original build, more like a C-3PO.
Yeah.
But the college was attacked and overrun by giants who hung out and destroyed the place and played for a few days. And because there were other warforged there, they used them like toys. And essentially, the story I'm gonna tell at some point once he remembers it is he was like brutally decapitated
Mhm.
after not shutting up because he's C3PO uh, and just constantly annoying these giants. But his head and brain like stayed on but dormant.
Yeah.
So all the memories of all the years are there, but he doesn't remember him. And years later, some Kenku came in and like scavenged him, and they put all these pieces together to build a defender for themselves. And
Yeah.
because they had his head that was still working, when they put it on, it all came to life. So now he's this big hulking fighter build with the brain of a freaking bookworm.
Nice.
So that's where the intelligence and strength comes from. And then the giants, when they were battling these things, carved runes in them to give them giant powers, so they could battle each other to the death, basically. And that's where the runes come, which is where his rune knight archetype comes from. So
Nice.
Kenku are dope.
yeah, and I'm basically doing the Kenku kind of like Jawas in this situation.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're very. I mean, anytime you see a Kenku, they're short and they're in hooded robes.
Yeah. Now that
Yeah.
I think about it, I think this is the first time we've ever talked about our characters in depth.
yeah,
Well, we haven't. A lot of times that shit happens when you're traveling around a campfire, and we haven't done that.
yep.
It's just like the most
It's
welcoming
only been
spot.
like 3 days,
Yeah.
Rough. Yeah, that's fair.
maybe 5, maybe. We've been boom, 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 boom. So this will be a chance to actually slow down.
Wednesday morning is when the attack on the city happened.
Right, and I think there was like 1 or 2 days before that we started. So, yeah, it's been 3 days, 4 days
Yeah.
at best.
This shit, you guys started like over the weekend, so
Yeah,
things have been going very quick, and I think all that still, you wouldn't know each other that well,
yeah, no.
which is
And I tell you Tux's stuff because his stuff's going to come up as we play, as he gets some of that memory back of that story.
Yeah, I'm sure mine will too.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited about it. But yeah, Austin, I think we picked where Tux's Wizards College was from. It's in the Forgotten Realms map, the far right-hand corner.
yeah.
The let me go back to it.
Oseron Mountains.
Like the foothills of the Oseron Mountains
Or
in
Sron.
Tarim there, or what is that called? Termish, yeah. Like in the Termish foothills.
It's
of
almost
the
as
Oseron
far
Mountains.
southeast as you can get.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but that was years ago. That was the Wizard College. That was like
Oh.
200 years ago that he was serving there. So,
Damn.
and that was
That's far.
overrun long, long ago by giants. So, but he's traveled far since then. Like the wizard that found him, that lost him to Annette. That wizard essentially found him there, but traveled all over Faerun. I imagine him as like a high level wizard with teleport. He can go wherever he wants
Nice.
if he's willing to take the risk to not mind where he might end up.
The flooded forest. Sounds ominous.
And I think of that forest just to the north of Termish, the Gulthmere. Yeah, I think that's where the Kenku took him after they rebuilt him. And that's where the wizard would have found him, in that Gulthmere forest.
Well, I like the Giants Run Mountain, the Giants Plain. That's all pretty cool.
Yeah, like the giants come in and destroyed this freaking college, and then the little fucking Jawa Kenkus come in and rebuilt him and took him off to be their protector. Then they all got killed, and he fell dormant fighting a manticore. So, like,
that's a good story.
And any of the stuff in there could spark that memory in his head.
All right, so hold on just a second. As I say,
This music they have for the Settlers of Catan game is delightful.
That's what's missing. No music for today?
Should be going.
All right, so the queen just got on the boat. Lady Liana just got on the boat. She gave I think Annette the ring.
Yeah, she gave it to one of us.
I think it was Annette. I think I mean, I don't, whatever. Tux was the one that was
bonding with her.
Well, Tux was. I think it's just Tux's character where he's more of a solution-based argumenter. Like, he's not the one who's just gonna like point out errors. He's also gonna point out possible solutions, and just as part of like how he operates. Because Hunter was also like, truth to power and like telling her shit too. So that for sure. And Annette and Tux were definitely doing their duo thing, and I think she probably I think it was just wanting to trust another woman, and a male elf.
Yeah, I came up with the idea of getting her allies for her. So like, let us go talk to them. So maybe that's why. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. So maybe that's why she did what she did.
Yeah, well, because I know you two were.
It wasn't its plan.
I kind of like that the elf is kind of like, I don't fucking know you guys. So all of that's still on brand for everyone. And so, and then you have the ring. Where is the ring at?
Where's the what? The ring at?
Yeah, where do you put him?
Probably just in like a belt pouch. I mean, I'm not gonna like wear it. I mean, maybe tucked inside.
So we're talking like a DC 17 check.
For
Like
what?
you hit it well.
Yeah. It's
It's in a little sack underneath your nuts or something. Like you were like
the nuts. She definitely
Yeah,
has.
and that has nuts.
Yeah.
oh.
Fucking asshole.
You can go fuck yourself, John Fisher.
Gladly.
Maybe
Too
just-
gladly. I don't. So I've moved. Obviously, I'm not in my office anymore. I don't have a whiteboard, and I'm now in my living room. This is my living room. So we have two lazy boys
Nice.
pointed at a big TV
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
there's
all
a
right.
with takeout
Yep.
all next to us. That's all we do. So there's two
Attaboy.
lazy boys pointing
Nice.
at the TV. It's a great setup for two adults with no kids.
That's right. It's
So
perfect.
I've now
It's all gonna change.
Yep.
I've moved this into here.
I can't
but
wait
now
to laugh at you.
I don't have any of my stuff with me.
Kids are
I've got a
gonna
normal
shit on
job.
your hands.
Meanwhile, Adam and I are comfortable.
When he's complaining and I'm like, I fucking told you not to do it. I told you. Plenty of times I tell all my friends don't fucking do it.
I was gonna be the
It's not that I
Numa
don't love
kid.
my kids, but man, I was 50-50 on kids, and freedom would be great. But I love the shit out of my kids. I get a lot from them.
They can take your
I'm
life.
sure you do, and I'm sure
But
everybody
they
does.
can never take
I'm
your
good.
freedom.
And good job.
Right.
Good decision. I'm the only married guy with kids that's ever going to tell you that, so good decision.
Well, I
Without
mean,
being like cheating on his wife and beating his kids.
we made that decision for like a good 7-8 years of our marriage, where we were like, nah,
Nah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
nah, we
I'm
don't.
cool
we're
as
good.
shit.
No,
We're
but
happy.
was it always in your plan and you were
Yeah.
just
We
not
kinda-
ready yet because
It
you're
was-
responsible?
What it was is we were both half and half, and we were never at the same half at the same time.
Austin, you look
Okay,
fully white
got
to
it.
me.
What?
I said you look fully white to me.
Not half and half.
Right.
Well, our kid's gonna be half and half. I'll tell you that.
You hope.
Uh,
All right. So, all of this happened. You guys, we're gonna start now officially.
Hey.
So, four of you, and Barry's is still here. We're just gonna run with Barry's, and we're just gonna do straight checks, rolling with his D&D Beyond, and just roll whatever it is. If he tries to bluff, we'll just say he talks to her and tries to bluff.
Yeah, that works.
We're just because right now he does have a contact. He does have some things, so we're just gonna roll with that minimally. Fuck you, John Fisher.
Fuck off,
So-
Austin.
So yeah, you guys are there. You have the ring. There's a pile of gold on the ground. She
We're
put,
grabbing it and going.
she,
so
she,
a fellowship of sorts.
Yes.
she put 2,000 gold on the ground and said, "Take it for your travels and whatnot."
Everybody want to? I'll add it to Scotty's inventory.
2,000 gold.
No, it's 500 apiece.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're splitting it. Okay,
Yeah.
You're adding the 500
Yes.
to it. Got
Yeah,
you.
which is essentially.
I was
on top
like,
of the,
I
on
do
top-
that
Don't give him all the gold.
Go to inventory, Boz. Your inventory
So
tab.
you guys have
Got it.
900 gold individually.
Click on the where it says
Yes.
gold.
Gold?
Yeah, click on that. Type in 500 under the GP and then hit the green add button. I'm the only one with 900. The rest of these fucks got a little bit more.
I got 900.
You should have more than that.
I got 910.
I was gonna say you should have your
I
starting
didn't start
gold.
with anything.
Oh,
I started with some copper and some silver.
gotcha.
Ended up with like no gold.
This other guy who just volunteered to essentially probably die is looking at you guys like he's really hoping you guys have a plan. Like he's kind of like,
He was there for the plan.
Yeah.
sure, but now he's there alone with you, and he's
Right.
like, so
Yeah.
So-
Now he really, really hopes.
We would just kind of convince him along the way. We'll let Varys bullshit him into believing he's safe. Unless you want to.
Well, no, yeah.
Unless everybody wants to
I mean,
do the
no,
whole
here,
talk on the way there, we can do that.
I got one thing.
What do you guys
I'm
want?
gonna say to this guy, I'm gonna say, Torin, well, this is, since considering how, noble your possible sacrifice is there anything that you would possibly like to add, to this story we are weaving? Obviously, final say goes to us, but I am willing to hear out any changes or additions you would like to add to our little tale of deceit.
Yes. Well, you guys know the territory. You know the people you're talking to. I mean, obviously, we're not. We never were going to hide who we were or where we were from. We also didn't intend to not get what we came here for. Um, one of the biggest things that we're trying to not do is start a war between the two, the island nation and the Sword Coast nation. Obviously, so that's why we're and he hands you guys the bounty, and the bounty for him is actually made up as if it was from the Sword Coast itself. So it looks like this is a bounty for him as a pirate runaway of the crown of Sword Coast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's giving it to you. You don't. I'm not even sure if you guys actually know if it's a forgery or not. So he's got this thing, but it does say pirate and all this. So
not even
Tux would
Tuxwood.
definitely.
I was about to say not even Tuxwood.
Tux would investigate.
Well, he would probably then they would say that it's legitimate but altered.
Oh, you don't want to roll? Okay.
No, you asked him.
He wouldn't ask. I'm just saying he would look at the document.
Well, then yeah.
Because he's into documents,
It's who gets him off.
Like he wouldn't be totally into talking to the guy. He'd be into looking at this document.
So then he probably has more jewelry than you guys are used to a guy having. He has like 3 different rings. He's got like a bracelet with like a ruby. He's got some ear shit in his like this isn't just like a pirate jewel or something. Like he's got some shit where it looks like it's more like cultural kind of thing. It's got this one that actually like spins through his ear like a coil that kind of comes down. It's pretty. It looked like it might have hurt because it just did it, but it's he's obviously had it for a while.
So it seems like she's got a legitimate pirate in her employ.
So this is sure maybe, but he's definitely speaks the same vernacular and everything else as her, and was speaking to her in the High Elfish too.
Okay.
And then he pulls off his ring and says, "Are any of you?" And you guys are in the middle of nowhere, but he kind of quiets his voice and looks around and says, "Are any of you magical? Like, can do magic or adept at magic?"
Why do you ask?
Because this is a token that is attuned through use, and it's better for people who already know how to use some magics.
Then I would talk to. Are we separate enough so I can talk to them, to my team?
Well, you guys are just walking along together.
Then I would try to look at Tux to see if I should tell them that I am.
What is it that you have? May I look at the item and see what it does?
He hands it to you, and he tells you this is how I find my lady if we're separated.
It's like a jailer's ring or a prisoner's ring.
This ring.
Is it how you find her or she finds you?
This is how I find her. There is some of her blood in the ruby. It's not actually a ruby, but it's her blood. And then
Lab created.
it's magical. I don't want to get into how the sausage is made, but it's a ring of finding, and it uses the seeker's energy and blood to fuel the spell that's bound to the ring. It's a passive spell, so it won't detect. It doesn't exude any magical auras. It's only when you're using it is when it pulls. So it's a spy's tool, right? This thing, it's like a ring, but it pricks you a little bit to get some of your blood to then fuel the spell, so that essentially you get a pressure in your head or mind of where she is. Of the closer it is, the harder the pressure, the farther away, the lighter the pressure, and then the direction, right? So it's gives you a somewhat directional bearing of where she is, so that we can always find her. So if somebody is used to magic and knows how to wield, then this would be something that I would want you to have, and I don't want to keep it because obviously if it falls into their hands, then they would have a direct ticket to her.
Yeah.
But if I leave her, I have to have it so I can then find her again, because I can never know her whereabouts, because then I can never betray where she is.
An item like this should work on any humanoid. It should not vary on whether or not they are magic. The magic would be in the ring.
That is true, but it takes some getting used to, we'll say. At first, the pressure can just feel like a headache. It takes a while to attune to the pressure and attune to the ring itself, especially if it's already been used by somebody else. So anyone would be able to take it who has blood to feel the magic.
Well, you being as descriptive as you are about this item, does that mean that you're magical too?
The magics that... Can you get you some water? If I was in my office, would you ask me to get you water? I'll bring you some water in just a few. Okay. That's gonna be fun. She picks her head out, holding her water bottle, and looks at me, saying, with just a smile. And
Gotta
then
get her a
puts the
bell.
Yeah.
water bottle down, and then goes back into her.
She was like, "Hey, yo, bitch, let me get some water with some lemon."
So I am not magical.
You're supposed to say, I too am thirsty.
So I am not magical. Everything I have is just learned through skill and through training. But this ring was made for me, and I was the first to wield it. So it is easier for it to attune to me. And this is mostly this is kind of how we work. We've known for a while that if we came over here, we would have to be able to find each other. We would have to know if each other are all right.
Does this ring only work one way?
Yes. Yes, because she doesn't. I mean, she doesn't have a ring.
She knows where she is. She doesn't need to find herself.
if it's like a beacon to her where we're at.
No, it could be two-way, he says. If it was like a necklace, some necklaces that look a little bit like this, and he shows you one of his necklaces, but they're a little bigger. They can have multiple jewels, so you can sense them, and then they can sense you. So they do go two-way, but those do require people who have more magics because it takes a lot of energy. So people who have the magical energy to give.
That's not how magic items work.
Dude, it's not a real magic item. Let it go.
It's just more like a...
He's like making it up.
This is more like an artifact than like a specific magic item. It's kind of like if you have a ring, like, because I know that there's things that like in your game, John, there was that one thing where you had a ring and you could put the spells in it, right? And anyone who held it could then use it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a normal magic item.
Right. And so I'm thinking I like the idea that, well, like in Aragon, magic was. God, you just so expressive tonight, John.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Hey,
love it.
Read. There's already items in the book that do things similar to what you're wanting.
it's okay. Hey, John, guess
Use
what?
them.
There's not a Lady
I know.
Varana either.
I know.
Roll with it.
I know. It just doesn't have to.
It's okay. It does one thing, and there's no rolls
Oh.
for it, so it's cool.
No, but I don't want all the magic items to be that way. That's what I'm frustrated.
Well, no, magic items that you pick will be like the magic items like in the thing. But this is the thing: if there's something, I mean, that's like this that you can find that says here's this thing. But I mean,
You're
right,
good. It's all good.
It
Gotcha.
just does the thing where it finds her, and right. So he hands the ring. He basically holds the ring out and is like, if nothing else, can you at least hold on to this for me to give it back or to keep it if that becomes necessary.
Yeah.
I'm only being trepidatious because I know people are interested in finding magical people, and I don't want to put myself out there that I know magic right now.
Well, we can put it into bag and just hold on to it for now. I mean,
So
there's
real quick,
no harm in holding it.
with magical stuff, it's more like if you're magical, then people might have expectations of you or ask you to do stuff, or like, well, you have greater power, so you have greater responsibilities, so you have to help, or stuff like that. So no one's gonna try and force you into anything, or like, there's no people going around looking.
That's just how my character is.
Well, that's perfect. That's fine. Though. That's cool. I just wanted to just like.
We'll
yeah.
hold on. We'll hold on to it.
Yeah, but if you need me to, let me know. Then I will.
If we come to a
Right.
spot where finding her seems necessary, then yeah, you're up.
Yeah, I got you.
Or
My natural inclination is just to withhold who I truly am.
or by that point, maybe Scotty's here. We slap it on his ass. He does magic stuff.
Well, it looks like we're getting closer to the gate, and if I come in looking like this, it's gonna look like.
Yes, it is. We should at least bind you up here. I apologize if it is a bit tight, but it is strictly for authenticity's sake.
He rubs his shin a little bit, and he's like, maybe give me a few a good 1-2, just the old college try to.
You got it.
a little bit.
Flap.
So
Yeah.
does Hunter let him finish before he starts hitting him in the mouth?
Where I
Yeah.
interrupted is exactly where I wanted to hit.
But yeah, just 2 bludgeoning damage. That's perfect.
Unarmed strike. Bam. Got it.
That's a lot of I mean, if you think about it, from one hit right to someone's face, that's a lot of damage. Nothing, obviously nothing like horrible, but like.
Well, we want to make it convincing, don't we?
Superficially and visually, like you just popped him in the mouth and it's bloody and he's got like there's a nice bruise going and stuff.
Well, we don't have to fuck him up too bad because the story is he surrendered, so it's cool like that.
Yeah, but he was made to surrender.
And then, so then you guys bind him up, is what I heard you say?
Yeah, we'll leave his feet free so he can walk, but yeah, we'll tie his hands and,
Out in front of him.
convincingly
Hands in front.
tight. Yeah, hands in front. I like that. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna tie him up securely, not like crazy, painfully tight, but to make it look good. You got to make it look good.
Yeah, and Annette, I imagine knows knots pretty good.
Yeah. She's basically living at the docks. I imagine you learn a thing or two about knots. The rope thing and the unit of measurement.
All right, as you guys start getting closer to the town, you see there's activity at the gate that you guys left at this distance, and at night you're not able to discern because everyone looks the same, right? Especially at night,
That seems
wearing
racist,
guard
but sure.
uniforms, and there's torches moving around. It more looks like people walking just sort of around, like kind of getting ready.
What's the distance?
You guys are like 90 feet away.
Okay.
Like, I mean, not, or yeah,
Okay.
or 90 feet, whatever. Close enough that you guys see stuff happening. It's not like anyone's running around. It just, before it was all empty and there was only a few guards, and now there's a bunch of guards and there's torches and stuff.
We had horses, so we would have him like on one of the horses. So
yeah, he can ride backseat on mine. I'm
We'd
Hail
hail the nearest guard and send for the captain. We have
So as you guys
perpetrators.
get closer, you guys see the captain is at the gate
all right.
with a bunch of guards.
This is gonna happen.
Do you guys want me to lead this conversation?
Yeah.
Considering it would typically be Varys, but he is not.
Yeah, if it's not Varys, it's definitely.
Oh
you.
yeah.
No, just do it as Varys. Just be Varys.
No. Wait. Hang on. I can do this. Yeah. So I'm Varys. Did I do it good? No. No.
Thank
So Annette will walk up and she says, "Bonsoir, Captain. We found someone you may be interested in talking to."
Oh, excellent! I was just about to come after you guys. I heard that you guys had left, and I wanted to make sure that, well, I wasn't going to spoil anything that you were doing, but I wanted to try and go out and ascertain what was going on to see if you guys need any backups.
Oh no. If we ever need backup, we will contact you and requisition it. Better safe than sorry. Yes.
Always.
Can I roll a quick insight check on that to see if it was really for backup or if she just doesn't trust us?
Sure.
Because that seemed I rolled a 13. It seemed like, I don't know, just the wording, and because I don't trust you, Austin.
Ugh. 11 with advantage.
So both of you guys aren't able to get a beat on her. She's definitely doing the no expression and no anything of
good poker face.
Yes,
yeah.
She's definitely got the elephant poker face on pat. But with the 13, nothing sticks out to you. But I mean, it definitely seems like, I mean, exactly what your impression was. Like, is this? I wonder.
I'm uncertain.
You still have the I wonder.
Cool.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Very well. You have someone. When do you think you'll be able to? Will you be able to make a report to me by the morning, or will you need all day?
I mean, we don't really have any desire to house this man overnight.
Oh no, not at all. But you may use the local town guards to interrogate him in a cell. And
we can report now. He's confessed.
Yes, we don't have. It's pretty straightforward. If you would just like to do it now.
Then follow me. And she actually walks into the like in the wall, right? Like imagine there's like a subset right inside the gate of like a little office.
Right.
So, you may leave him here with the men. They will hold on to him, and I'd be very happy to hear this report.
Captain, before we leave, if at all possible, please have your men at least be somewhat decent to him. We will tell you why. If it is if you see fit, we have reasons.
She looks at the guy, the sergeant that she kind of gave him to, and then just gives him like the look, and then she goes back into the office.
Okay.
and she sits at the like this desk is not really like a it's not really meant for this. It's more like a almost like a place to eat, so to speak, and it just
Sure.
has some space around it. And she just sits at one of the chairs, and then asks you, uh, Tux or you, what was your name again? I forget.
Hunter.
Me? Yeah, that's
On
fine.
Yeah,
that.
she's looking at a net. She's not.
It's
She pretty
my
much isn't. She is making eye contact with Boz, but she is essentially pretending like Barry's is not even there.
yeah, that's good.
Like no,
My
well, if Scott was here, she was still gonna like. Well,
yeah,
anyways,
my name is Annette. Simple fisherman, handy with a sword, doing the best to carry out your orders.
that's fine. If Tux took you on, I'm sure he has his own reasons. He has my confidence, such as it is.
Pretty good judgment
Uh,
on him.
so
Um,
what did you find at the docks?
well, we found some things down at the docks that clued us in to maybe head a bit further south, and we headed outside the gates, and we found this man along with a group of his comrades, and they attacked us, and he fortunately surrendered in exchange for information and perhaps perhaps to at least spare his life.
Yes,
Um,
a precious.
evidently, evidently they were a bit of a rogue sect from the islands out near Gildor, acting on their own volition.
Hmm.
They felt that perhaps our fair city here was in the wrong and decided to enact their own justice.
Do you have anything to back up this claim?
We actually do, and we'll hand over the
Lay out all the evidence.
yeah. We have what do we have as far as evidence? We have the
A
letter.
bounty, a letter from the Queen.
I thought the bounty
Um,
came from Waterdeep.
the bounty is from Waterdeep.
Yeah,
The bounty
Um,
was given to you by the Queen from not just Waterdeep, but from the Sword Coast. It is a royal
Yep.
bounty.
It's from
yeah.
Sword Coast.
Okay, cool. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood
Right.
that we got it from her. But yeah, um,
Yes, you did get it from her because they thought, just in case they needed to disguise their true intentions,
right,
they were going to pretend to be rogue.
right.
And that was one of the things that they thought.
Right. So, I basically give her the whole rundown of what we already came up with. You know, rogue sect, acting on their own will. He's trying to get spared in exchange for information.
What information do you think he has?
Well, it's everything that the only information that we got out of him is what I have shared with you. That they were responsible for the catastrophe down near the docks.
So he doesn't act, as far as you know, he doesn't actually have any more information.
He
No,
would be able to link you to any pirates that were involved in the
yes,
attack.
he may have more information on other criminals in the
We did
area.
not interrogate him on the information he's willing to give to you, Captain. That would be your interrogation to carry out.
Indeed. You know, some other information has come to light recently. Maybe he is part of that mess too.
Is it anything we could perhaps help you with?
Uh, no, I don't believe I need any more of your help in that regard. I think that might be another conversation for another time.
That sounds ominous as fuck.
Yeah.
And
Right? Do you
now
want us
we
to check in
should-
with you tomorrow?
for now, we should conclude this. You certainly exceeded my expectations and certainly met Minister Ave's, Tux. I won't question.
She has been trying to tell you for years, all of you, that I was much more useful. But no one wanted to listen.
Well, it was not your usefulness; it was your uh, origin or lack thereof. Or you are somewhat of a question mark.
You're an unknown quantity, Chaton.
Your skills are undeniable,
And
but your
what should that
intentions
matter?
are just as unknowable. But I do thank you for your service. You were certainly helpful. Um, there are many things that I must see to immediately. Thank you for giving me so much information so quickly. Um, is there anything else that you wanted to pursue, or do you think that this is the sum of the matter?
I believe this should be the sum of the matter on this. What about you, Annette? Hunter?
Yeah,
I have
I agree.
I have no further. I as I said, I am but a simple fishmonger. I know what I do. I know what I'm good at. This was a fun adventure, but perhaps I am better suited at the docks.
Hmm. Well, not for now. Maybe tomorrow or the next day, but for now, I have other questions I need answered. Um, if I might have my writ back from you, please, Tux. If our
Ah, fucking shit balls.
Yes, you may.
if our job is complete.
Annette, I was hoping Hunter and I could talk you into that trip to the forest. I thought we finally talked you off of the docks.
Well, perhaps we have we have had some fun, so perhaps why not?
The docks will always be there.
That is true. Always
Tux,
more fish in the sea, as they say.
did Tux just? Can you repeat what you said again, John? Just that first sentence.
He said, Annette, uh, I thought you were going to join Hunter and I in our trip to the forest, as
All right,
in outside the city.
got you. No, totes cool. I dig it. I love it.
Yeah,
Um,
lots of reasons behind that.
yes. I think I know where to find you if I have any more questions. I would ask you to stay, maybe within the town for the next day at least, if that would work. Thank you. And then she leaves. And then you guys can hear the guards start walking off with uh, the other dude. Did you guys ever ask his name?
We
I'm
knew our
pretty sure we had
prisoner's
his name
name.
last week. Yeah,
You
we
talking
got
about
it
the
last
prisoner?
Yeah,
Yeah, his name
Yeah,
is Torin.
Turin.
Turin.
Yeah, we just mentioned it.
You did mention that, and then you actually said it out loud.
With our mouth holes.
Torn, torn, torn.
I keep trying to get John to stop using that, but he never does.
You got me to get on my computer and turn on a camera, and now you get my face too. Aren't you happy?
Burn.
Not really. So you guys are now all.
Oh, excuse
You guys
me.
are at the High Road South Gate.
I
It is
um
Wednesday night. You
yeah,
guys,
sorry.
yeah. Oh, that's where you're at. What do you guys want to do?
I have one thing I would like to do before we leave town. Um and it can be whenever. I'll leave it in your hands, Austin. I would like to look for a magic item to purchase.
Or
Um,
best place for the a magic item would be the market up near the Great Drunkard, where you guys.
well, I knew it was nighttime, so I didn't know if anything was open or not.
No,
Do you want to
nothing
know?
will be
Do you
open.
want to know
Especially
what it is?
since everything is mostly on martial law. But sure, what is it? What are you
It's
looking for?
goggles of night.
Oh, well,
Ooh, I like that.
that
Um,
makes sense.
seeing as I'm the only member of this party without dark vision now.
It's okay, we got you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nice to not have to carry a torch, and I can carry two weapons.
Yep.
So Because if we get into nighttime combat, it's gonna be rough.
What's the distance on those?
60 feet of dark vision.
Okay, same as us.
Yeah, well, not Tuck's got 120 feet now because of his stupid archetype. Yeah,
Oh well, then you could have seen it at the gate.
Well,
that's
you
okay.
can see, but you can see just as well, and if
It's
something's
like
really far
it's
away.
dark vision is like old school closed circuit security cameras though.
Oh, okay.
It's like
So
Somebody's there, but you can't really see who.
well, it's like
Tux,
it's shades of gray and you can make out shapes, but it's certainly not like fucking. You don't just
Interesting,
see like it's daylight.
Tux is going to go to the market as well. Did you say that there are no magic items that we can find, Austin?
I said the best place to look for magic items would be you guys would know would be the market.
Okay, good to go. That's what I thought you said. I was
Yeah.
making
Sure, why not?
It is night, and
yeah,
it
I'm
is martial.
definitely
There
hesitant.
is a martial law.
Yeah, so
And-
do we just want to save this for the morning time?
Probably.
I mean, we don't need to go arousing suspicion.
Yeah.
Um, so, do you guys want to just head back? Well, my house is burnt down. Um,
Head back to the inn we were in.
yeah. I mean, and call it a day. I mean, it's what time? It's probably. I mean, we were meeting them at 8. We had quite a lengthy.
It's night for
It's
sure.
probably like 10 o'clock or.
If it's martial law, are we allowed to walk to the inn?
Well, I mean, you guys.
It's north of the everything being shut down, and we just got done with the captain. I'm sure.
Yeah, I would imagine she would give us some sort of. Did
I
she
figured
give us
that
some
too.
sort of like temporary?
No,
Hey, you can walk home pass.
She's also walking north, and there's a bunch of guards. You guys would probably say, I mean, a lot of this I think happens in longhand because we're having a conversation.
Sure.
If you guys just followed her as she was walking north,
Yeah.
north of the red line is where things are more relaxed,
Yeah.
and her house is up there. So you
Okay.
guys would just follow.
There was
follow up there.
the inn we're talking about was just south of the market, right?
Yeah, it was. It was actually right next. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next to the Great Junker.
So hopefully, if that opens up in the morning,
You guys
we
want to
should
know
be
why
good.
I said fuck real loud earlier?
Ooh, yes.
Scott has a goddamn forgery kit. We should have totally made a copy of that fucking writ.
Man.
Wow.
I know, but he's not here, and I totally forgot myself because it's not my character. So hey, remember what tools you have and try to use them.
And came up with another number. Yep.
That would have been nice, but you know, could have got us.
If I die, I'm making a rogue. We're gonna have a frickin' really skilled party.
Yeah,
So you guys just your intention is just to go to the Great Drunkard, get
yeah,
your room and go to sleep because you guys just do that then.
yeah.
Like,
I
there's no one
I mean, do
stopping
you
you.
guys have like fucking shit you want to do? I mean, it's not. I mean, I know things are more relaxed up here, but
Yeah.
you guys have anything you want to do?
No.
Yeah, it's been a long day of investigation and other stuff. So
Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys go up there and you take a long rest.
Yeah, I think Tux has his dream, and I think when he wakes up, he's probably going to talk to them about it. So he'll like have that recollection while he's sitting there and watching everything. Probably blacks out for a little bit, and
All
then
right.
he's going to wait for everybody to awaken.
All right.
do we? Okay, I guess I was gonna say, do we get a description of the dream? But I guess we
Well,
can have that in the conversation.
Adam.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Adam,
Okay.
you also have a dream.
Uh-oh. Is it that one day my children can walk hand in hand?
So in your dream,
Children.
hey, I'm drinking that same thing. Is that the reserve?
Maker's Mark?
No, it's just straight, just the cheap kind.
Oh, well, I've got the. Okay, well then fine.
I'm also
drinking-
mixing it with soda, so I don't buy expensive liquors to mix drinks.
Yeah, Austin, you're the rich guy who gets to work from home. Remember?
As I'm going to take a sip from my fancy glass with my stones.
And I'm gonna
He's got rock mouth.
smoke cigarettes and use my A&W ashtray.
You're a classy bitch, John.
Damn right. That A&W cream,
Annette, you're
as
back.
Jack says.
You're back at
His
the
favorite.
yawning portal,
Uh-huh.
and you have the man by the throat, and he's pleading with you.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a d20.
All right.
What you can feel before I roll, but don't tell me yet.
Oh, okay.
So what you can feel is that you're
All right.
you were Annette was conflicted, right? Like
Yes.
of whether to kill him or whether to let him go and then to let him die on his own.
It was
Yes.
yeah, pretty much. It was a okay, I'm not gonna do this, not gonna do this. Okay, finally, it seems like this is what he wants. And then, like, I would think mixed with a bit of, okay, I've had enough of this. Like,
All right.
shit or get off the pot, kind of.
So roll me that d20.
I did, and it was a 13.
With a 13,
Nice middling roll for you to decide on.
you slice his head so much deeper than you did his neck, so much deeper than you did in reality.
Score.
And his head almost lolls back and looks at you in the eye. And then all you can smell is lavender, and then you wake up sweating. And it's pitch black. And only Tux is the only person who's aware.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Shoot.
so I hear her screaming? Yeah, he would run in.
Oh no, you! I mean,
I
you don't sleep, so you noticed that you would have noticed she woke up and she was sweating and she was.
Woke up with a start. I don't think she fucking flipped out.
Yeah, he would. Are you okay? I forgot we're in a hotel room.
Right.
Yeah.
Am I in there
a
too?
second. Yeah, we would all be in the same
Yeah,
room.
okay.
I think.
And I just don't hear shit.
Unless
I mean,
there wasn't
are you
a
asleep?
4-person room.
Elf?
I-
Wait, you're a half elf. Do they sleep? Or do they do the meditating thing?
I think we only have one person in the party that sleeps. Actually,
No,
Because-
half elves sleep, don't they?
half elves.
I thought-
Do they have trance?
I thought
I'm
half
looking it up.
also. I thought they. Well, I don't remember now.
Racial traits. Elves
So
have it, but anyway, elves have it. No, he sleeps.
Okay.
Yeah, you sleep. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't imagine it was a full-on
they don't have
screaming
traits.
wake up. Probably just a lot of sitting straight up and then panting, heavy breathing.
I'm sleeping on the floor, but that wakes me up.
Yeah,
I prefer to sleep on the floor.
Annette, what's wrong?
Not so much with the good dreamy times, my friend. It was a rough one.
What happened?
It was basically a reenactment, reliving of putting down that poor man in the bar or in earlier. I just can't that smell. I cannot get the smell out of my soul.
I've read about smells. I've heard they can be horrible. I'm sorry, I cannot empathize.
Depends on the smell.
They are, yeah. Some smells are good. This smell is actually quite nice, but the problem is what it is tied to.
That is.
And smell is the sense most tied to memory. So thanks for that, Austin. Yeah.
I didn't plan it at the time, but
That sounds very torturous. I'm
It
so sorry you must deal with it.
it's a terrible contradiction. Good smell, bad thing. But I made the bed and so I must lie in it. No pun intended.
all right. I mean, eventually you would go back to sleep if probably.
I mean, I would try. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and go back to sleep because we gotta sleep.
So, John, does Tux sleep?
No.
Does he have dreams?
So he does not typically. I
So,
would.
I like the idea that she had this nightmare,
Yeah.
and so you're contemplating dreams, you're
Yeah.
contemplating consciousness. Like
Mhm.
everyone else is asleep, and then you're hearing their rhythmic breathing, and you're just like sort of wandering, and then everything goes black. And then tell us what your dream is. Like
Well,
what
I'm
do you?
kind of gonna. I'm gonna save that for him telling people.
So
I want to tell
so
that in
yeah.
the conversation.
So you're
Yeah.
thinking about these things, and then you have
Yeah.
something.
He goes black for a short period of time, and I think he awakens, and it's still probably like an hour before everyone awakens, and he's just sitting there. At this point, he doesn't even have to be shut off or dormant. He's up and walking. Well, not necessarily walking around. He's just standing there thinking, just openly thinking about everything he's just seen. Um, and he probably starts to tap his foot after a while, after about an hour, not realizing it.
I'm guessing it's loud enough to wake us.
I would think
Your
so.
big ass
I would
clunky
think,
metal foot
yeah, I would think his foot is
on a
louder than most.
presumably wooden floor.
Yeah,
Plus, he's probably not like super like conscious of what wakes up people because he doesn't sleep.
yeah, no. And Hunter's on the floor. He could be standing like
It's
next
just-
to
It's
Hunter's
just
head.
stomping
I
on it.
have my
Not
head
like a
tilted
big
up at you.
stop. It's just a little tap.
He's just river dancing on you.
Yeah, and
All
he's
right.
just looking
Yeah.
around the room.
If it's loud enough to wake us up, we'll wake up. I'll wake up.
Yeah, so he probably eventually notices Hunter. Hunter, are you awake?
No, I've been tap dancing in my dreams.
That is an interesting dream. Sounds much better than Annette's unfortunate nightmare.
Well, it was kept to the beat of your foot tapping on all through the night.
That wasn't all through the night. That just started.
Well, for someone who's been asleep for 5 minutes, it feels like forever.
You see Annette on her side with her back still to you. She says, "If you were aware of the tapping, why did it continue?" She sounds kind of pissed off because she probably finally fell back asleep.
I I don't know. I'm sorry. I was contemplating your dream.
Well, store
And-
this memory in your files. Tapping at night when we're sleeping is not great.
I will continue. Remember that. I promise.
Why did you say ew like that? That's a weird sound for you to make.
I had a memory fart because my memories are a little non-functioning right now. Something strange has happened. While I was thinking about your dreams, I believe I may have recalled an old memory or a
you
dream.
you have her attention.
I should not be able to dream.
She rolls back over.
Well, how about that? Nights are terrible for all of us.
This one's not great. What came to you?
Apparently, I was constructed to be a translation unit many years ago. It seems 200 for a wizarding college. I worked in a library. I saw myself doing these things. Stacks of books, droves of students, years on years. And then giants came. The wizards fell almost immediately. The other warforged to defend the college soon followed. And then they approached me as they came through the college. I told them they were not allowed in the library and they were breaking several rules in the facility. and
She
they
chuckles.
decapitated me.
She
They,
started to chuckle because that sounds like you. Like, hey, you're not
yeah,
supposed to be here, and then
yeah.
when you say you got decapitated, she kind of
My
stops and then looks away.
my metal friend, they may have hit your neck, but they were aiming for your mouth.
You may not be
Nice.
wrong there.
Possibly, but they. The odd thing is, I still remember head sitting on the floor. For months, they destroyed my library. They turned it into their game or like a playroom for children. They used my compatriots, the other Warforged, as toys, cast giant magic on them. In fact, I remember my body. It belonged to one of them. I
Uh,
don't know how that happened, but
uh,
my head was once on a much smaller frame.
well, it
This is very puzzling.
sounds like something good came out of it. You seem to, aside from the foggy memories, you are still very intelligent, and now you're a little better at smashing shit.
Well, at least we know why I'm intelligent. It makes much more sense now.
It certainly explains your affinity for the library here in town.
That too, I had not made that recollection.
Cool story, nerd. No, she doesn't say that. Well, that sounds fairly awful, but at least you survived to tell it, I suppose.
Somehow, I
Silver
like that
linings.
memory.
Well,
I'd
Yes.
love to thank those who saved me.
well, the best part of it is now you're free. Now
Um,
all those the jobs that you were made to do, now you have your own voice to be able to do your own.
you see, after you finish your story, you see Annette like go in her pack, and like you see her pull out like a leather bound book, and you see her like start to write like towards the back, like the back third of it, and you see her start to write in there. That's all.
What are you writing?
Oh well, um, I just wrote down what you told me. Um, I mean, maybe it will come in use in handy someday.
Hopefully, I do not forget it again.
Yes, but who knows? If you do, perhaps this will help. Um, John, roll an insight check.
Okay. That's a 21.
Yeah, that's not the only reason she's writing it down, and you can tell.
He's not sure what it could be, and he's just gonna let it go.
Okay,
He's like,
fair
she's
enough.
probably got a reason. He trusts her enough. She wouldn't do anything wrong with it.
Okay.
So he's gonna let it go.
17. I want to know.
Um, if she really loves you, um, wait, that's how will I know? She says, she kind of gives you a look of like, I'll tell you later.
Fair enough. It's said through eyes.
Yeah. Through the even though he has advantage on insight, he probably not still great at detecting flesh people
Yeah,
fucking social cues. She kind of hits you with one of these bonds just
and I want to
mm.
wink.
Wink.
Yeah. So I feel like he kind of describes the end of his dream as him just watching the years pass till it got fuzzy again.
Sure.
And watching as the Giants eventually just left, as far as he could tell, or at least that left that portion of the college, and plants started to grow in, vines started to grow in, animals maybe come and habitated it
Did
at
you tell
times.
this story to Hunter because he's probably jerking off now?
Yeah, he told
Like,
it to everybody for sure.
like this part
And
of it, nature winning.
time just kind of passes as his memory gets fuzzy once again.
No,
But I feel like he would probably now like know where he's from, and he would know that he was created by some gnomes, but he wouldn't necessarily know much about them. They turned him on and sent him off. Seemed kind of like factory work for them.
Do you guys, have any of you played Horizon?
no.
So like, it's post-apocalyptic, but not like Fallout. It's basically like Nature One. So like, it's like you'll see like a stray car off to the side when you're going down a road, but it's like all overgrown and rusted out and shit. And like to me, that's like a druid's wet dream. It's just nature winning because it always wins. It just takes time.
Oh yeah,
No. And so are we? What are we doing right
It's
now?
probably about wake up time, I would think.
yeah. That he wasn't waking anybody up. He wasn't doing that until like right before you guys would wake up. Like he was gonna wake up.
7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was waiting long
it's breakfast time.
because he probably blacked out for a little while anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not sure how long that took to remember all that.
Hunter,
I was
any fun
trying to find.
dreams you had?
Well, I felt like this right now was the moment where we're like all trying to display a little bit of our past.
Well, I mean, you're more than you're
Yeah, I was about
always
to.
you're always okay. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, if you're talking like on your mind and it's a part of the conversation, then absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Do you mind if I pee real quick? Because I've been
Go for
holding it for quite some time.
Yeah.
I want
Go
to
for
hear
it.
this stuff.
Boz, you always can share whatever you like. Just
Yeah, I
find
was
a way
getting
to
to
make
the-
a natural conversation. You're good
I
at
was
that.
just trying to make sure I wasn't holding something up where
Nah.
John was still rambling on.
No. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of times this shit happens by fireside. And a lot of times, to be honest with you, at least in our games, our party has been much more familiar with each other going in. Like, we're all from the same town. So, like, and they've been small towns. So it's like, if you've at least heard of people. Like,
Hmm.
until, half a week ago, we had no idea you even existed, you know? So like that's always been kind of nice. Like I think in one of the games, like Tank arrested John's character for being too drunk one night. So like he knew him from that.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you good.
Well, I was inclined to share more about my past, knowing more about yours. I was originally born in Southwood. My mother died when she had me, so it was just me and my dad and my sister. And my dad died protecting us when I was 5 from a pack of boar. So my sister took care of me in the High Woods, in High Forest. And about 7 years later, she was murdered and died in my hands.
Not
So-
laughing at that. Sorry.
I understand.
Yeah, Austin,
She
fucking
died-
quit it with the clicks.
I wanted to see what happened.
That's not what I was laughing
Dad-
at either. You said
Dad-
high forest right when I was grabbing my pipe, and I thought I'm about to be in the high forest.
So I got
And then you said she was murdered. I thought, fuck, I felt that.
Yeah.
since you've got
And then you
interrupted,
kept talking about it.
Dad died at 5.
Yes.
Sister murdered, died in arms.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Yeah. It was 7 years ago, roughly. And she died in my arms. The reason I don't trust people so much is because a group of travelers came to the forest and murdered her. They came seeking my aid, and while I was gone, I came back. They had killed her and robbed me of my items.
Did they
So
seek
every
your
night-
aid to distract you?
yeah, they sent me away.
Those bastards.
They needed my help. One of their guys faked ill, so I went to go find some ingredients to help him. I didn't feel good about it, but my sister was the trustworthy person. So every night I have nightmares of her dying in my arms. So if you ever feel like I don't understand where you're coming from, Annette, about death in your arms, I do.
Well, that's a lot there, my friend. Obviously, very sorry you had to go through that.
That's why I don't leave the woods.
Yeah, I tell you what, if that happened to me in the woods, I would never fucking go in the woods ever again. But you seem rather comfortable there, so to each their own, you know. Well, I again, I my condolences, but just know that you can trust us as much as you need or want to. Especially this guy. He doesn't really have the capacity to deceive all that well. So, um, you know,
I
Not my strong suit.
no. But yes, you can. I understand. I'm not super trustworthy myself, but I try to give people the benefit of the doubt until they no longer deserve it. You know. Well, I think we all could perhaps use a nice meal and perhaps a breakfast bloody. No, I could.
a, a British breakfast.
Yes, I'm sure. The
I
bangers, the mash,
I would love to sit there and contemplate many things while you eat.
like what breakfast tastes like. Uh, or
Not
No,
what,
not tap
he
your
wants
or
shoes.
what
he wants to
taste is.
contemplate. He's gonna contemplate kind of if he can understand. Like he's gonna contemplate like all the knowledge he has on giants and these runes and like
Ooh.
the arcane knowledge he would know about giant magic. And like that's what he's thinking about while you're all eating
So
breakfast, because he learned some weird shit about himself.
I'm gonna go back to before we wrap this conversation up because I don't want to reopen old wounds. But she's gonna say, John drops everything. She's gonna say, Hunter
It's because I
did
got fucking 80 books.
get a fucking shelf. She's gonna say,
They're
she's gonna
all
say,
open.
Hunter, did you get a did you get any look at these offenders? Like,
I was
know
hoping
where
you.
they
I
were
was
from?
side conversation. I was hoping somebody was gonna ask, and
Well,
that's when
we're
Hunter.
back in it.
Yes, that's when Hunter gets up and just walks out.
Okay, breakfast bloody. She says, onward, Chaton. We require drinks.
It's a to be continued conversation.
Fair enough. I still want to say that all the stuff about being able to trust us as much as you would like still play. Like that all still happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So yeah, we're gonna head down for breakfast.
All right, when you guys get down there, you see a normal looking crowd of people. Um, the general mix, it looks a lot fuller than it normally would, or that you guys have ever seen before. But that's because there's a lot of people from down south that are staying up here, right? And there's some card games going, but nothing too rowdy because it's still early. You guys can smell coffee, or they're what they have for coffee brewing, bacon and eggs cooking, and uh, everyone's pretty quiet. There's a few people telling stories as you're passing by to go to an empty table. You can hear a lot. You can hear different stories of people's accounts of down south, of the suddenness of the attack, the way that they seem to destroy the town more than kill people. You hear that a few times of like the destruction outweighed the brutality. Um, and some people, I've never. I've never seen something like this in a town like this. And certainly not in Waterdeep. I've never seen an attack like that. And then I know this is outrageous. I'm going to be talking to my town commissioner about this. We need to strengthen our borders. And then you guys keep walking, and then there's well, did you see them? They were so handsome. Yeah, but they were trying to kill people and tear stuff down, lady. Well, I mean, that's true, but and then you guys keep walking and you hear little snippets of conversation, but nothing sticks out to you too much as you guys take your seat and the barmaid comes over to you guys. Well, what it'll be, you guys want the just some breakfast grits that we've got cooking, or not grits, but the breakfast that we got going. Because
I'll
Yes,
take one.
yes. I will have whatever's looking good today.
and what about you?
You're muted, Adam.
Oh, am I? Boo. I'll have whatever's looking good today.
All
Yeah.
right.
Give 3 breakfast specials. I'll just take his.
Well, right at this moment,
I'm not paying for that.
Serve you.
right now, I don't. I
You were
mean,
literally made of money.
right. So
How does that make any sense? I'm not silver or gold
You're still
or
metal to me.
bronze. Metal
Uh,
isn't money. This is
Hmm.
weird.
so when you get so do we want to play it that like when you guys wake up, Barry's isn't there?
I mean, we.
I mean,
I mean,
I don't care.
if I would say just put him in sleep mode. Like he's just a fucking.
yeah, I
He's
I would
just
have him dragging
mindless.
along in sleep mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just he's there, but he's not doing anything. I think that's really the best way because then you don't have to, think of what he was doing. You don't have to take time to, hey, we're gonna play out
Yeah,
what you were doing in the
Yeah.
next
I
session,
really I
He
was
slept
yeah.
to the foot tapping.
right?
So she brings up breakfasts for all of you. It's just some regular breakfast. It looks like they just made up a large batch, and everyone's sort of eating the same thing because they don't really have much.
Nice.
There's just too many people to take specific orders from. And she then hurries off. Seems to be pretty busy.
All right, well that's good.
We got 1 strip of bacon, 5 biscuits,
But what about
and 2
second
waters.
breakfast? Yeah, no, I don't know. Considering what we all had going, I wouldn't. I don't think she'd be too chatty necessarily at breakfast, but maybe, I mean, unless anybody else has got anything, probably finish up breakfast and be like, so we are going to a forest?
Well, we're traveling to nearby cities. I just figured we would use a trip to the forest as a cover for the captain in
That's,
case we were leaving. But if we can't leave right away,
well, she asked us to stay for a day. Are we going to
yes.
do
So
that?
we will wait. I say we could wait and meet with her today. I say we check in later on today, see if there's anything else she needs from us.
Fair enough. I am amenable.
Maybe we rest, get some time at the market, and
Sure.
whatever else you'd like to do.
Fairly easy day at the mill, as they say. That's an expression, right? No.
Maybe other things in the city will start opening up with this new evidence that's been provided.
Yes, it's kind of annoying with the city on lockdown. That was my,
Somewhat.
that was my shit attempt at a COVID joke. Thank you.
Didn't even notice it.
It's because it was a shit
COVID
joke.
didn't bother me because I just
Because
staying home's
yeah,
cool.
it didn't bother me
Like,
at all.
and I worked the whole time.
Um. So did the captain? Also, the captain didn't like give us an appointment, correct? If I remember correctly, she
Nope,
just
she just
asked
asked
us to
to
stay in town.
stay in town for
Yeah.
a day in case she needs to get a hold of you, ask any more follow up questions about the guy that you found.
Cool.
So we check in tomorrow at like maybe one or two, and then if she doesn't need anything, we dip out. We
Yeah,
have pressing matters.
yeah. Between, I mean, it did. Yeah. So, I mean, unless Austin has some sort of event that happens, Annette wants to hit a shop and spend some of this cash
Same here.
because we got cash, and having
Sure.
cash is no good unless you're spending cash.
All right, so you guys
Unless there's like a stock market.
like the markets just across town.
If
Not
we were
across
heading
town,
out of the
across the
city, we need to take care of ourselves. We should gear up.
yeah. So you guys go to the market.
Cool. Yeah. So I have two.
What's your
I have two things on my list because the pricing for uncommon items, which is what I'm interested in, is maxed out at 500 gold a piece.
Yep.
So I'm trying to swing a couple of things. Do you just want to
Same.
know, or what? What I'm looking
Yeah,
for, and you can tell me if they're available.
sure.
So I'm looking goggles of night first and foremost, and then either a +1 weapon or +1 armor. I can't afford all three.
All of those would be like this. Like Waterdeep is known for its library, its safety, and its market. It's a big market, and there are stalls from like I mean, imagine like a little town, like a fair, right? Like
Uh
there's
huh.
little
Yeah.
stalls everywhere,
It's a
and
sea of shops.
yeah. So
A
there's some that
bazaar.
are like there are some that are
Yeah.
in like the like actual have shops. So there is an armory, there is a weapon master, but you might be able to get lucky and find some the magic items, but um like the after the zombie war there's a lot less people, there was a lot more stuff,
Sure.
but the common stuff, I mean just a really good sword is going to be a little bit more common, but the specialty stuff is going to be even less common.
Sure.
So
So
that's
yeah,
kind of and
you
that would be your assumptions and expectations
sure.
going to the market.
Right. Well, she probably has no expectations. She's actually probably just shopping. Like she
Yeah.
wouldn't know that she's looking for goggles of the night. Adam
Sausage.
knows that.
Does anyone want sausage?
Yeah.
They dehydrated and good for long trips. Get your hooks.
What?
Get your carving hooks over here.
Sausage
We're
jerky?
looking for weapon stands, Austin.
Yeah, but you're walking around and there's
Yeah,
people just
he's setting the mood.
ambience, motherfucker.
Right.
God damn.
Right.
Let's
All
get
right.
to the point, man.
No,
Come on.
dude,
No,
I'm
no,
trying to
no.
get
I am
I'm
very
trying to
into
get
this.
with words.
I'm
God
into
damn
this.
it.
You
yes?
keep it up.
I'm interested in what other vendors are there.
There's everything. Like you guys are walking around. Like there's
They're like Cokes, 50 cents.
like combs. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like combs with like bone teeth and stuff that are like whittled down or like crazy stuff.
Also, it's an
There's
arts and crafts fair.
yeah, there's a lot of arts and crafts. There's a lot of jewelry. There's a lot of knives. Like
How many?
all
How
these
many?
knives look like they're like mall swords. They look
Austin,
like
count the
they're-
knives.
Right. Hang on, I got this. There are 240 knives.
Nice.
Dude, those are two nice D100 rolls. That's pretty good out of 300.
So and there's different places selling food. There's a lot of different kind of clothes and stuff. There's a lot of clothes, different types of long like. There's just a lot of clothes around. There's then you guys get to a place that is it's actually one of the shops. It's not one of the carts. It's an armorer, and uh, you guys walk in and there you don't see a lot of. There's no plate mail. There's nothing. There's nothing too crazy. There's a lot of boiled leather with like chainmail beaten into it. You see some stuff like that, which yes, can I help you? Welcome to Todd's Emporium. How can I be of assistance?
Todd, yes.
What I would like to find, Austin,
is a
would
man
be
named Todd.
me personally. I'm looking for some adamantine splint mail because splint mail is around $200, 200 gold, and the range once again for uncommon weapons is 50 to 500. Um, so adamantine isn't necessarily magic; it's just a special metal.
You need to
Would I
tell
be
him
able
what
to
it
find that?
does. Because I don't think he knows what that does. And it would be
No,
unfair to not tell him what it
he needs to start reading this shit.
does. I,
If he's gonna make
Adamantine.
up his own shit, and I'm gonna pitch him something from the book, and he doesn't know it, that's on him.
Adamantine
I'm
sounds like a
not telling him.
mouthwash made from
It's
adamantium.
fucking amazing, and I'm not telling him.
Unfortunately, all the adamantium was requisitioned by the crown and by the city. So
So it doesn't matter.
the captain probably has.
Okay. Can you
some
give
of
me
that.
what magic items you want me to have for 900 gold then, Austin? Like,
He's so salty.
it's just gonna take forever to get to where.
Take this jar
Like,
of
what
tears.
can I have? What can I have? Do you know what you do and
Take
don't
this
have?
jar of tears.
Well, I don't have a lot of experience with markets because normally we do the things where, like with James. and
Make
other things,
everything available, and just put it in one shop.
So you just want, you guys want to go to Fancy Costco.
Yeah.
Essentially,
yeah,
is your
sure.
best bet.
It's not bad.
Like, otherwise, like, it's just gonna make it. If you want to make it seem more realistic, then tell us what we find, and tell us what we get.
You
This
guys
is what
see,
you find.
in
This is what it
market,
costs.
You guys see a lot
And
of basic stuff.
We're
There's
looking for cool magic stuff. We'd be looking around until we find it. So say you found this.
Well, maybe to have a conversation with the shop owner, and maybe you can engage him, and you can see what else he might have or what he might be able to procure. You cranky motherfucker!
We've lived in the city for 2 years. We should know people in the market.
Why can I not find shit? No, this is cool. I'll start the conversation. So John, you're looking for armor, right? This is what you're
Well, I'm
looking
looking for whatever we can find. I'm
Sure.
trying to find our fantasy Costco, basically.
No, that's
so
fine.
we can
Well,
expedite
it sounds like
shit.
we fucking found it. So, I don't know what Hunter's looking for, but I'll start this
It
conversation.
sounds like a basic leather armor store.
It's okay. I got this. Yes. Hello, my friend. Are you Todd?
The very same. How can I help you, my lady?
Wow, very nice. I cannot believe we are meeting
Owner,
Todd.
operator, manager, and janitor.
Right. Can you believe it? This is Todd. Hello, my friend.
Well, my full name is Todd Amandicus, but I go by Todd.
Todd, man. Yes, that's probably wise. It's quite the mouthful. But yes, I understand that. So-
We're looking for Todd Differus.
That motherfucker. He's a
Yeah, I heard he was undercutting the local shops. This is bad for small business.
You just can't get ahead.
I get it. Yes. I'm looking for perhaps something to help me see better when the night comes. See all my companions. They're very skilled at seeing when the night is here, and I just can't keep up. And they make me hold the torch, and it's just the worst. I really can't stand it. Do you have anything that might help me with that?
There's a trader. Her name is Lilith. She's over using the northwest corner. She's the only one I can think of that might have something like that, where she's one of the more widely traveled. It'll be a pretty gold coin, I'll tell you that much.
Fair enough.
But if anyone would have it, it would be her. And
we do have the coin to spend. My large metal friend here, he's looking for something to make him a bit stronger. I know you're thinking, why would he need to be stronger? He's made out of metal, but he's a bit of a warrior.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bitch.
He just wants to.
I need to protect you, obviously.
Yeah, that's what he says. I feel I'm pretty good, but if she like whispers, she's like, anything to calm him down just a little bit. Do you have any?
I
You have anything that would
any
fit his gigantic
better
frame?
armor or also an improvement of this weapon? I've had it for some time and it's a bit old. And he holds up his great sword.
Well, the great sword is something that Jeffrey over there, he can definitely help you with. He's the armorer. He's actually right over there. Hey Jeffrey, what do you want, Todd? Go fuck yourself, Jeffrey. Yeah, fuck you. They're bad.
Fuck
Yeah.
yourself,
I-
Shorzy.
Um. But yeah, I actually did hear of some adamantium armor that was where was that? I think there is something. I think it's actually in. Well, they moved it around because they found it, and
Was the guy's name Striker?
his name. I don't get that reference, so I'm going to ignore it.
Me either. You lost
That's
me.
X-Men with
It
a
moved
Striker.
around on display. I heard tell of it first from one of the traders, and then it was brought here. Some hullabaloo about how the king is uh, great as always, but you'd have to be as crazy as Lilith to believe any of that. But I did see it, and the patina on the armor was unmistakable. I tried to buy it so I could work it, but the price was uh, exorbitant. Even if I could, so even if they were selling it, the value of it. But I think I
What was the price?
thousands of gold. They weren't actually selling it. It was stupid. But I think they're holding it. They're holding it somewhere in the city, somewhere with other bits of antiquity. I'm not sure, but I could try and look into it more. And where are you staying? I might be able to send you a letter or a note if I can find it for a small finder's fee of what I can find, if I do find anything of a gold coin. How's that sound?
He'd like to roll an insight check on this guy because this just sounds
It does sound fishy,
funky.
but
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. And that's a 19.
Ooh. Salute.
he sneezes on
So,
you because
If
you're.
he's lying, I should know.
He's
So
allergic to
you
the truth.
You can tell he's telling the truth, but him and his friend Jeffrey are just such sons of bitches that's just how they sound.
All right,
But you can tell he's telling the truth.
Boz.
He's just
What?
a,
Think you're being honest, but could you
Boz,
have them come here? I can come back in a couple of hours.
I can send my boy. I can see because I know it's here. I don't know where in the city it is, but
Do
we
you
can
have
certainly. Yeah,
do you
that's
happen
fine. Come
do you
back
happen
in
to
a
have
few
any
hours.
chainmail small enough to fit a cat?
Boz, if this cat dies, I have a feeling Hunter's just gonna off himself.
What's well
Always cats dying if I kill it.
the problem with cats is that it has to move and stretch and
Yeah. No, I'm
they
kidding.
they can
Obviously.
court. But we might be able to find.
I was looking to get an upgrade on my scimitar. If you know of anybody who can do this.
What?
Yeah, that cut next door will be able to help you out with all your with your weapons.
Jeff, right?
Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a bastard, I heard.
he is a bit of a cunt, but he makes the best armor around.
Fair enough.
A
Well,
phenomenal item for you, Hunter, or Buzz, would be a Pearl of Power. Also, it helps you regain spell slots
what's
as a
this?
caster.
There's another fucking one that they
That's another
added.
uncommon. These are all like easy to find
Right.
items because they go
Let's hope.
uncommon, rare, very rare, legendary. So uncommon just means it's not as common as a sword.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
It's
right now.
it's like the high end, the high end Lexus compared to the stock Lexus.
There's a what's the ooh? Hang on. Well, who's not getting bonus to attack him and roll against spells? No, what he needs is the goddamn moon sickle. The moon sickle is fucking awesome. John, are you
Where's
familiar
that
with the
at?
moon sickle?
No.
It's in Tasha's. It requires attunement by a druid or a ranger. It gains you. It's one of those ones where they're like you can get a +1, 2, or 3, however your DM decides. You get
Yeah.
+1 to attack
Plus one's
and
uncommon.
damage.
That's right.
You get +1 to spell attack rolls and DC save of your saves, and uh, when you cast a spell that restores hit points, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the amount of hit points restored.
That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's exactly what Boz wants.
But as a scimitar, the moon scimitar.
I mean, sure. Let's say
Just-
yes. It's
Just
the
flavor it
same.
as a scimitar.
Right. It's pretty easy to do that.
Yeah.
Because Boz, that would be what you're looking for, but also make your spells better at the same time.
And a
Nice.
+1 of that weapon would be uncommon.
Yeah. Okay, so let's hit up Jeffrey. Yeah, we're gonna walk down and talk to Jeffrey.
Swords, get your swords. Get your daggers.
Why do
We
I?
got stinky swords, we got wet swords, we got apple pie
We
swords.
got stabby swords. We got flashy swords. We got Princess Bride swords. We got all those swords.
We got the singing sword, we got the sword and stone.
we
So
got
we're looking
we got
for
the
swords.
energy sword from Halo.
If you can
We've
get
got
any
a-
sword from anywhere else, fuck it.
Fucking lightsaber.
So when you walk into Jeffrey's stall, he's got all. I mean, it's a
Swords are us.
cornucopia of blades of different lengths, and some things that don't even look like they would work, and some things that look like experimental.
All right.
Well, hello there, friends. Hey there, little lady. How can I help you? What's
My giant friend here would like a giant blade.
Well, of course he does. What kind of blade are you thinking about there? And he looks you up and down with like a quizzical look, and then says,
And
"Friend."
he just stands up his great sword and says, "A nicer version of this."
Nicer version of this. Yes, I think I have one in your size. And he goes to the back and comes out with a nice little +1 greatsword.
What is the price on this?
What's the general price?
So
What's the range?
the where's this?
Great sword, 5e.
It's not gonna have a price listed on anything but an actual great sword.
It's
There's a 50 to 500 gold range for all uncommon weapon or uncommon items,
there you go.
and a regular great sword costs 50 gold pieces. So I would say a minimum of 100 up to 600 or 550.
Well, it's 150, but if you're looking at buying another piece, I could knock that 50 off if you're gonna buy something else.
I believe my friend is interested.
Yes, I would like a smaller version of that, something like this. And she holds
That's
up.
a great sword.
Yeah, a not so great sword. You know, same quality but smaller. I'm very small, and I'm looking for a short sword.
And those are
Short swords cost
10 gold.
yeah.
Short
'Cause
swords are 10 gold.
if
Plus,
he's-
so
if he's-
minimum of 60, upwards of
Yeah,
100, 510.
yeah. If he's charging 150 for a +1 greatsword, I want in.
Well, how about we say 200 for the both of them?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Our friend may want something also. If
Buy 3, get 1 free.
Yeah, I'm always one to make a deal, my friend. What are you looking for?
I'm looking to upgrade my scimitar.
Oh, a scimitar. I actually have a few more rare pieces of scimitars.
Nice.
What kind of scimitar are you looking for, my friend?
The kind that kills.
Oh, the best kind. Yes.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what sound
What
a man
sound it
makes when
makes
you
it-
stab him with it,
He
or
goes to the
whatever
back.
that fucking line is.
So what's the kind? What's the one that you wanted?
It's called a
Is there?
moon. It's called a moon sickle, but you are free as a DM to reflavor that as a moon scimitar. It's fucking dope.
Yeah, a sickle does a D4 damage compared to the D6 that a scimitar does. But
Yeah.
if he has the, I would rule go ahead and do it as a scimitar.
I can make this item for him.
So he comes out with a moon sickle and a moon scimitar, and he says, "I got these from a moon freak. He was all about the moon. I don't know." And he comes out with a few other scimitars, and he says, "And these are also great scimitars that are shiny and stuff. Which one would you like, my friend?"
How much for the 2 moons?
Ooh, both.
Oh, he's going for both, baby.
Oh,
I like it.
moons.
You
I
can't
would
get
say-
double attunement, but you'll have two. Maybe you go for a +1 scimitar and a moon sickle.
That is exactly what I have right here.
Oh, fucking
maybe we'll
shit.
say,
Or you, because I don't think you get.
Is a
I'm just
sickle
saying, Buzz,
two-handed?
You won't get a bonus from both. Sickle? No, it's light.
Oh,
You're thinking.
I'm thinking a scythe. Yeah.
Scythe, yeah.
Which
I was
don't
gonna say
believe
because
is
I
in
can
the
make
game.
him. I can make him a
Canonical.
moon scimitar.
Make one. But yeah, like, if you were gonna get 2, you won't get a bonus from having 2. You'll just have 2. But if you still want to get both moon ones, feel free.
Okay, what was the suggested ones in? The moon sickle and what else? The
A +1 scimitar.
Okay.
But if Austin's cool with it, I can make the moon scimitar that will join them both together.
That sounds cool. I like that.
Okay.
Maybe you just make his cost a little extra because it's
because it's
double enchantment in one weapon.
Yeah,
I think that
I
do
would.
that.
If you're charging us 100 for ours, I would charge him 200 at least. I mean, sorry, Boz, not to fuck you, but this thing is
That's
rad
fine.
as shit.
Yeah, that is a dope ass weapon.
Well, these are very dope ass weapons. As a man very skilled who I acquired these from. Why don't we say 500 for the whole bunch? You guys look great, and
That's
I can
not
get
bad.
more
I would throw down on that. I would toss you a cup of like 25. Are we paying this? Anybody?
Yeah.
So how much is it?
500 for the lot.
500 is a nice round number for all these beautiful weapons. Some more rare, some less so, but I think we all leave happy. Except for you, my friend. You do not seem very happy. It looks like you could use a good rubbing tub. You should go see Judith. And she's looking right at you, Tux. Like,
So,
is it work down there,
how
or
do
is
we
it
want to split this?
I'll take care of 2. Right, what, on 250, I guess. Because mine was more expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
And 75 a piece for the both of you?
So, wait, it was
no, that
200 and then
it'd
it
be
was
a buck.
300
It'd be
his?
it'd be a $1.25 from each of us, John.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm totally down
Which
for that.
really wouldn't give you a discount.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, 120. Dude, 125 for a +1's a great fucking price.
I get that, but if we were doing 100 plus the base, yours would have been 110. Just doing the math.
It's totally fine by
but
me.
that's fine.
I'm
125
cool.
for everybody works.
Yeah.
And I got 250?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now may I ask, are you wanting to keep your current weapons, or may I buy those from you?
I got a short sword you can buy.
Yeah.
I will give you 10 silver for your short sword.
Okay. I'm keeping Sally though, because I paid fucking top dollar for that shit.
So he slides you 10 silver and takes your short sword.
And
you can keep my base ass scimitar.
Thank you very much. Yes.
I'd like to see if they've got a couple nets in here while we're at it. They're gold
10.
piece.
I will add. Um, okay. Sorry, Boz. I'm working on creating this fucking thing for you.
That's cool. And I'm trying to design it
Hey,
right now.
excuse me, my tall mechanical friend. Did I hear you were interested in some nets?
Yes, if you have any similar to
I
this one I have here.
I
I'd like
do.
more.
Anything that you can think of that is caused to cause pain or discomfort in others, and nets, I believe, are one of the best weapons you can have because you can take them anywhere. No one knows if you know how to use it. That is, no one knows what you're capable of. And he goes and he gets this chest out with like these nets. These are some good nets. Like the thread is, it looks strong but thin, and then it's got like some good weights on the outside, and they're
Okay.
all folded really nice and neat. And there was like 20 of them in there.
Oh shoot.
How many nets would you like, my friend? How many can you?
I was thinking 5 is a round number. At a gold apiece, I can give you add 5 gold to my total.
That is absolutely. Thank you. Yes, and he gets 5 gold. Would you like these wrapped, or do you just want them here? Like I have a little bag that these go in. It's not, it's kind of like a mini net that these nets go in, and it keeps them.
Um, sure.
Sure.
He,
Yes,
he
I
takes
will do.
them and he shoves them in his chest compartment.
He
Speaking of
gets like
speaking
this
of which,
little net. It's like a little net that's the same kind of material, and then the nets go in that, and it's got like this little thing, and it's like it's he's like absolutely, and then he hands it to you.
I forgot to ask, how much did you give me for my scimitar?
He gives you 10 silver for your scimitar.
That's cool.
Hey, Boz. So I
Yep.
made this thing. So go to your equipment tab or inventory and go to
Okay.
that manage inventory button. And then
Yeah.
a sidebar should pop out. In that search filter under the add items tab, type in moon. You see moon scimitar +1?
Let me check that. Yeah, Moon Scimitar +1. Got it.
Okay, click the red add button. And then when you do that, you got to find it in your inventory and you click that checkbox to the left of its name.
Okay.
And it
Well, it's
should.
asking me add it to equipment or backpack.
Equipment's good.
Okay.
Hey John,
Yep.
he looks at you and says, "So you, it seems like you'll enjoy fighting with uh, non-traditional modal, as we say. I have something. It's not rare, but it is interesting. I enjoy it, and not that I get advice very often." And he pulls out this little box, like essentially looks like about 3 books. And he opens up, and there's some ball bearings. Would you be interested in some of these ball bearings? If you're trying to trap somebody, sometimes knock them down, and then I like to throw some of these little marbles down, and then throw the net over them.
How much do they cost?
It's a gold, not a gold. That's crazy. With a silver for five of these ball bearings. They are weighted very particularly to cause maximum anti-friction.
That is, you said a gold for a set?
Oh, gold! Absolutely, you can have the box for a gold.
I'm sorry, Austin. I missed.
Yeah, one
I
gold
was
for the one gold for the box of them. Let's say there's 50 of them in there.
okay. 1 gold. Okay.
Yeah,
How much are ball bearings? I believe that's
Cheap as shit.
yeah.
I don't think they should be that expensive. That's why I was.
Yeah, but he's
asking.
probably giving you way more than you get.
Bag of ball bearings, 1,000 for 1 gold piece.
There you go.
Yep.
Yes, but these are in such a nice box, and these are very special ball bearings, my friend.
Insight check.
Uh, give me a roll.
That is a 24.
So you know these are 100% 100% bog standard, normal ass ball bearings. These ball bearings
Ooh.
are very special. They are tuned to each other. I don't understand everything about it, but they
You
are.
Can
are lying.
can I
That
make
is an absolute farce.
can I
Those are
make a
regular ball
suggestion?
bearings.
I have a suggestion. The way ball bearings work, it's a DC 10 dexterity save. If you're going to use them as the book guides, maybe they increase the DC because they cost more. Just a thought. Continue.
No, these are 100% regular ball bearings.
Okay, could fair enough.
These are not regular ball bearings, my friend. They are much harder than normal.
Have you heard back from the people with the adamantine armor yet?
No, my boy's not come back yet. That was like 15 minutes ago.
Okay, then we will move on to the next shop and we will be back later. Does that sound sufficient?
Sure, if you don't. Absolutely, I will always be here, my friend. It was
We
wonderful.
will be in the market if he shows up, maybe send for us. And he's gonna put 5 gold coins on the table.
Absolutely, I will have my boy. It's not too hard to find you.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where? I believe her name is Lilith. Where she is?
Oh yeah, she's just right over. He kind of leans down and points up north because you guys are on the west side. She's in the northwest corner of the market. You can't. She looks like a gypsy, and she's impossible to miss.
Kind of racist, but okay. No.
She does look like a gypsy. I don't know how else to say it. And if you know what a gypsy looks like when you see her, she would look like a gypsy. How else am I supposed to say what she looks like so you can find her? I can
Fair
give you
enough.
her full name, but that will not help you anyways.
Thank you,
You
It's a pleasure doing business with you, Watto. We will see you on the flip side. And we're gonna. I want to head over there. Hey, Boz.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear me, click the box next to that item, and
Yeah.
it'll jack your stats up.
Okay, so I had the moon scimitar highlighted with the box. What about the standard scimitar? With the
You
plus
gave
plus?
that back,
Okay.
so like click on it, and I think you like there's a delete button that pops out on the sidebar, and
Yeah.
it should get rid of it for you.
Okay.
Cool. Is it and it should be in your actions tab now, that moon scimitar. Cool. So I'm gonna head up to this broad and see and talk to her. If you guys want to come, you can. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll go with.
Yeah.
At least see what she might have.
And then
Um,
you hear different people selling their wares and shouting out for the different things that exist in the world.
yeah.
And you guys eventually go up to the north corner, and there is a woman that looks like all the world to look like a gypsy. She's got a little gypsy wagon. It's got a little flywheel up top. It's got all of their weird colors and everything. And then there's this beautiful one who's wearing clothes that you can clearly see her armpits, which are totes hairy. And she's got long hair, and she's got a bunch of flowers in her hair and stuff.
So she doesn't look like Madame Nazar from Red Dead Online.
That's who it is.
she's she's pretty hot. But okay. Excuse me, madam. Are you the one known as Lilith?
Yeah, I sure am. What can I help you with? Yes, I am Lilith. How can I help you?
Inside check. What the fuck?
For real.
No.
16.
I told you. Yeah.
I am very much Lilith, my friend. How can I help you?
My friends, as I told, I believe not Jeffrey. What's Jeffrey's friend? Todd. Todd. He told
Aw,
me
fucking
that
Todd, what a cunt.
he said some nice things about you, so maybe give him a break. I told him that my friends are much better at seeing in the nighttime than I am, and I was looking to remedy that. Do you have anything that could help me with that?
Why, indeed I do, my dear. For one as beautiful as you and your eyes sparkle in the night, you should be able to see the night as it looks back at you. And she pulls out some different things, essentially different methods of doing what you're doing, and then you see the ones you're looking for.
Those right there. How much are those?
And what are you looking for again?
Goggles of the night. They run the same. What'd you say, John? 50 to 500 is the price range.
Yep,
Yeah.
50 to 500.
Oh, these are
The uncommon
specialty. These are very difficult to get made these days. But with the world as it is, I have these, but these are more of a display. She then kind of goes into her wagon and she comes back out with another set. Like the ones that she just showed you, they look kind of ratty.
It's
They
the
look
floor
like,
model.
yeah, they might have worked, but she's not just throwing that shit out there for like just like here's the kid. Like this one's
That's
like
pretty honorable for a gypsy.
and well, and then she these are what I might suggest for one as lovely as you. And she kind of does this thing to your cheek, and it's kind of like I didn't give you permission to my personal space, but she's just like all up in that personal space. And
No, that's fine. I'm clocking all of this.
And she smells like vanilla, and she is in your personal space, looking at you, and she's
I'm
like,
giving it right back.
Her eyes are wandering a little bit.
That's
and
fine.
She said, "These are the ones that I would want to sell you. However, do not be dissuaded by the price. They are one of my most treasured items that I have, but a treasured item is only worth what someone will pay, and if they just stay here, I do not use them. I cannot eat."
Yes, so what are you thinking?
So let's do. Hold on a second.
If you want to roll a dice, roll a D100 and figure out the percentage between there. So, let's see. I can do this math for you. Holy
do that
fuck.
math.
What? Do that, all of those?
5, 49, 32. That's not that much.
It's, hang on.
60, 70, 90, 90, 15.
281.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
These are 450 gold.
That's cool. No, I'm totally cool with that. So, what she's gonna do...
You, maybe, and she leans in and says, if you would want to spend the night with me, we might cut that in half.
What she's gonna do is like step back, right? And Austin, are you looking at our chat so you can see me? So she like kind of like does this thing where she like pulls her collar away, right? And trying to relieve the heat of the high pressure seal, right? But as she does it, she unbuttons a button, right? And when she does that, she leans down to like hold the goggles, like, forearms on the table. She's kind of looking at them. But as she does it, she kind of like squeezes them together. And she goes,
she just gives the girls gives her a good view of the girls.
Right. And she goes, do you think you can do any better? And if you want, I'll roll persuasion.
Yeah, give me that persuasion, bitch.
All right.
Give me that roll.
Motherfucker! That one for a 6. Can I get advantage for all the cool shit I did?
Yes.
All right. Oh, it's a 12. It's not great.
Give me advantage.
You don't ask.
Well, that's because you're
every time.
You get advantage on so many things now.
I know.
My darling, I would wish to give you every advantage I could, but I must eat. And if I start giving my wares away, but again, and then she leans forward and like starts to curl your hair a little bit. We might work out an arrangement.
She what did you say, Austin? 450?
It's 450, and if you sleep with her, it'll be half that.
No, that's
Adam,
cool.
Just have him shampoo your hair.
You see her like look in like her coin purse, right? And she's like fiddling around in it, and the whole time she's just counting, and she slaps down 451 takes the goggles, and just walks out.
Indeed, I will. It was a pleasure meeting you, my dear.
Cool. I will take these. I am totally cool with that price.
Yep.
Thanks to the price on the other shit. Oh shit, I added that to my gold total. Whoopsie. Remove and remove again because I don't want to do that math. Even though it was 902. I could have done that math. Cool. I mean, I got everything I wanted. Wait. Hang tight. Did we ever get prices on armor? John was the only one that asked about armor. So I still
John
got
was-
gold to spend.
There is some. What are the? I'm trying to look at uncommon
I'm just looking at.
Hey,
armors.
Adam, as you're walking away, you can
But you
feel some eyes on your
Be able
ass.
to get like studded leather.
Like she's definitely, you can definitely
That's-
feel somebody checking you out.
She turns around and looks. She holds up the goggles, kind of like if somebody bought you a drink at a bar, and then like blows her a kiss because she's not coming back.
Yes. All right. Well, cool. As you guys are start to walk sort of the other direction, a little boy comes and tugs on Tux's tunic, clothes, his dick.
knocks on him.
No, it's just metal and
Are
that
you
sinew
okay
stuff,
down
man.
there? Like,
He doesn't wear anything on it. There's probably some chain links in between because he's
well,
got
then
chainmail
this
on.
thing comes up and knocks on your ankle.
But he
Cling,
assimilates
cling,
to that.
cling, cling, cling.
Yes. Why are you chapping me?
I was told to come and fetch you to the armorer. And then he runs off. He's terrified.
Well, we'll need to head to the armory. I believe they're ready for us.
Yes, we should.
And we head that way.
Cool. So you guys head back there. You guys, fuck, who's who? I think is Todd the armorer and Jeffrey's the
Yes, Todd was the armorer.
Yeah.
Jeffrey was
As
the
you guys walk
weaponsmith.
past Jeffrey, he says, "Oh, my friends, I was showing you the wrong ball bearings. Completely my fault. Also, have you ever? I have something else I would like to show you. Have you ever heard of caltrops?
Yes, I have. Of
I
course.
also have a pair of those, which are sort of the opposite of the marbles. They are sort of add friction as opposed to remove it. And I have the good pair back here. If you would care to see.
Let me double check something, Austin, because some of our packs might have actually come with some of that
That's
stuff.
why. Oh, fuck. Never mind. I am not looking for armor. I forgot that +1 armor is rare.
Yeah, no, I'm not. You
Yep.
can get studded leather. I'm not looking for +1 armor
No.
for a
You're.
reason.
I'm dumb.
Yes, I did look it up. You're looking for essentially anti-crit armor, right?
That's what it is, yeah. But I'm also looking for one increment higher because I'm looking for splint mail. And splint mail will increase me to a 17 AC. It's 200 gold to get a set of splint mail. So whatever magic item cost you.
What's your
add
current
to
AC,
that.
John?
My current AC is at 18.
No, it's not.
So we'll increase that.
Oh,
to
wait, yeah,
19.
that's right.
Yep.
So you just want to be impossible to hit, though.
I want to be harder to hit.
Doesn't everybody want to
Dude,
be
19
impossible?
is not that like impossible to hit.
No.
And your monsters are going to have typical higher AC bonuses or attack bonuses than our median average.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find
On
you
average.
Did you find what you wanted to find?
Well, what armor do you have there?
He's got chainmail, but it gives him disadvantage on stealth checks.
Are you talking for yourself?
Yes.
So right now Todd's trying to sell John or Tux some caltrips and some marbles.
I'm not really interested right now. I believe
You're
You're
very
concerned
quiet,
about-
Mr. Faraway.
We're here to meet with someone about the adamantine armor. And I believe my friends are interested in some other armor as well.
No, so you're talking. So the guy who was trying to sell you the weapons. Are you saying that to the guy trying to sell weapons?
You said Jeffrey was the guy selling us weapons, and you just said Todd was trying to sell me couches.
Yes.
No, it was Jeffrey that was trying. So you walk past. I got the names mixed up. You walk past the guy selling you weapons.
So this is him again. Yeah, we're not here for that right now. We're here for something else.
All right, well, I'm here, and then you guys can walk into the armor, and the armorer looks up at you and then says, "Ah, yes. May I speak to you in private, my friend?"
Yes, but I believe my friends have some things they're looking for first.
Sure, yes. My lady, how can I help you?
No, I am all set. Hey, Boz, I want to let you know, druids can't wear metal.
That's fine.
So, like, leather +1 would be the best thing you could get.
You guys can get studded leather, which will
there's metal on studded leather. I don't think druids can wear studded leather, dog.
I don't. Where does it say that they can't wear metal?
It's a thing in the druids.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a mechanic.
Yeah,
that's a Pathfinder thing, bro.
Are you sure?
I'm double checking it now.
Here we go.
I'm pretty sure that's
druids will not wear armor, light armor, medium armor, shields. Druids will not wear leather, will not wear armor or use shields made of metal.
It is.
So
you are right.
Yeah.
I
do confuse.
I don't think of studded leather like that.
But it has metal on it, so I would.
I think if they wear the when the full armor is made of metal, but I guess. Right. Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
he's wielding a scimitar, like.
Yeah, but that's a special proficiency they gave to druids for some reason. I don't know the lore on it.
Yeah, it's a.
I understand the conundrum there. But yeah. Plus, I would say Boz +1 leather is probably the best thing you can get, but it is rare, and that it gets pricey. Rare ranges.
The price range is 500 to 5,000.
Right. Upgrade your AC.
That's armor.
Just armor, right?
You can wear.
Hang on. What about? Wait, a +1 shield is probably also rare, right? Yeah. Oh, +1 shield. That's uncommon. Give you a +1 to AC.
If he's not wielding a shield, that'll give him a +3 to AC.
He's already wielding a shield.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah. So it'll jack you up to a 17.
That'll
if
work.
There's one there. It's up to Austin.
Yes, Mike.
Well, you can also get hide armor, which is 10 gold, and it will give him 12 plus a max of 2 from his dex. What's his dex?
Plus
his
3.
Dex pretty high.
Plus 3.
Looking at dexterity, the +3.
+3. So it would knock that. Yeah, it wouldn't give him anything. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, +1 shield's pretty good.
Yep.
It doesn't affect your bear form
that
shit,
restriction
but
is rough.
shit. It might.
There's no hide
okay.
art. There's no hide stuff there. That wouldn't really be there, and that's not what they have. But they do have shields. Yes, my friend. Are you looking for shields? We have many shields. We have, and then he pulls back this curtain, and there's just like an obvious amount of a shit ton of shields.
Nice.
What kind of shield are you looking for? Something to hide behind entirely? Something that you can fight easy? What are you looking?
Something that I can swing a scimitar with.
Well, obviously you must scimitar probably from the tent over there. Is it a good scimitar?
Mm-hmm.
May I see the scimitar?
There it is.
Motherfucker.
I think you should admit it.
Tell him he has a roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah. Thanks. Fuck that. That's
How
the,
much would the shield
that's
cost
the
me?
role I'm least afraid of.
The shield is 20 gold. I'll give it to you for 20.
Fair enough.
For a +1 shield?
We have
Hell
many
yeah.
shields, my friend. We have too many
Damn.
shields. I'm trying to give shields away.
Damn.
You should buy his
For
shield.
20 gold, I'm taking a +1 shield.
That's what's up.
For real, yeah.
And does anybody else? What can I get?
I would say. I am perfectly fine with them being there for my negotiations.
Well, then make all three
In
of
fact,
you.
I insist that Ned is there.
All three of you, please come to the back for a moment.
Alonzi.
He's just trying to get the. He's trying to talk to you privately. If you want to bring the rest of them, you can.
Yeah, no, he wants to bring them with.
All right. So the rest of you guys come with him to the back.
Sure.
So I have found that they confiscated all the adamantium in the town, apparently, and they are holding it in a vault in the library, saying that they are now artifacts. But you have already paid me for this information, and that is all that I am giving you is information.
Well, then it looks like I'm headed to the library and looking for Minister Avi.
Or, well, she wouldn't say this in front of the dude. I know you didn't say that in character, but
Yeah,
no, that's not what we're doing. That's absolutely not what we're doing.
that will do.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, that is where it is. From what I understand, it is in the main antiquities vault on the top floor of the north end of it. To it, and there's some amount of security that at night is no one there, and most of the guards are busy. But anyways, I'm just a purveyor of information. I cannot control what people do or do not do, and I cannot be held accountable. Anyways, my lady, was there anything that you wanted? And he kind of puts his hand he doesn't actually touch you, but he just kind of
Gets uncomfortably close.
a little bit.
No, thank you. I am not one for armor. I am quite swift of foot. I think I will be fine, but I do appreciate the offer, good sir.
Excellent. And then pleasure doing business with all of you. And then you guys I imagine walk out, right?
Yeah, we fuck off.
So you guys,
Yeah.
then fuck off, fucking off,
Yeah.
and then as you guys
As
walk,
Hey,
uh-huh.
can I before we fuck off? Can we retcon that Scotty can buy shit because he wasn't here? I mean, like, you guys figure it out. We'll figure it out at the start if he wants something, because
Yeah, for sure.
that's kind of
oh, for
fucking
sure, yeah.
that's kind of shitty for us to fucking get decked out and him not.
No, he definitely needs to be able to get that opportunity.
Yeah, as you guys walk out of that place, you guys see a bunch of guys wearing some red sashes, and they are looking fucking hard as shit at Hunter. And that's where we're gonna end the night.
Oh damn!
Mhm.